48 minutes, you will leave everything on that field. Play for your teammates that have been by your side since day one. Your seniors won't get another chance at being a Washington Warrior. Play for the community that supports you through every win or loss. Your coaches do anything and everything for you to succeed. Play for them. No matter what, you must show the discipline it takes to advance to round 4. The difference between the hunter and the prey is a mindset, the non-stop will to win. So let's hunt.
This is not a test. This is our emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual purge sanctioned by the U.S. government. Weapons of Class 4 and lower have been authorized for use during the purge. All other weapons are restricted. Government officials of ranking 10 have been granted immunity from the purge and shall not be harmed. Commencing at the siren, any and all crime, including murder, will be legal for 12 continuous hours. Blessed be our new founding fathers and America, a nation reborn. May God be with you all.
It's always great because when you're playing, you're always playing.
Welcome everyone, Squirtle TV. Brad Beller, Stuart McPherson for the Brad Beller's Coaches Show here pregame before the Washington Idabel game in the quarterfinals in McAlester, Oklahoma. It's Wednesday. This is Thanksgiving week. Brad, this is the week everybody, if you're a football coach, you want to be practicing this week.
This is always your first goal when you get to the playoffs. You know, you think, oh, it's to win the state championship, and that's always there. But whenever you can get to the quarterfinals and or the third round, depending on what class, it's been a fun year. It's been and it's always great because when you're playing, you're always playing in a big game. There is no, there's not going to be any, this is going to be an easy game, or it's nothing like that. It's a big time matchup, no matter what classification you're in, and then the Thursday practice of Thanksgiving is always so fun because you know that you're going to wake up that morning, you're going to get to practice, you're going to get to go home and eat and be with your family, watch a little football on TV. So it's always the most exciting week of the year because you don't got to deal with school, you don't got to deal with anything but football and eating. So it's good.
That's what I was fixing to say. No school. That's probably the biggest thing.
It is. Our kids, they love it. We used to go in the morning for practice, and they said, Coach, we would rather either sleep in or we want to go and hunt. And so I thought, you know what, they're kids, and they're right. They've had it's been a long grinding year. They summer pride, at 7 a.m. and let them sleep in a little bit, and then let them go hunt, and then whenever we get done with practice, they can go back to hunt if they want to go hunt. So it's been a very fun week. It's been a very good week of practice. So looking forward to a great Friday night.
Let's go back to last week, 18-11, our victory over OCS. Brad, 5 turnovers was really the telltale sign in that ball game because your defense played just outstanding. You turned the ball over deep in your territory. A lot of times had 2 snaps over the punter's head. You get a safety, and all they get out of it are 3 field goals that you stop them one time on the 1-foot line.
Yeah, it was, a lot of people come out of that game and they're concerned. I come out of that game encouraged that the fact that we had enough grit and fight to us to overcome the mistakes that we made. And because when you look at it and you watch the film and you realize, man, the offensive line blocked really well. But the second drive of the game, we score on the first play. Second drive, we're driving down. We snap the ball over our head. You then, you're going to play some field position game, and you have 2 punts go over your head. You miss all the extra points. You have a new field goal kicker. You have a muff punt. You have a safety. You have a touchback. It was like everything that could go wrong went wrong. But the one thing that I noticed is you could look in a lot of their eyes and there wasn't a lot of panic. There was some panic maybe in some certain players, but as a team, especially our defense, there was no panic at all. It was like, hey, we're going to take care of business and we're going to be fine. And so I feel like we grew through that adversity more than it scares us like moving on, because those mistakes don't carry over to the next week, just like a 40-point win doesn't carry over to the following week.
Well, I know being on the sideline and going up and down the sideline and walking through your players, you were right. There was no concern. It was like, hey, let's go. Let's get this thing righted, and we're going to be fine. You get a ball snapped over your head in the end zone. Will has enough common sense to at least try to punt it. Goes about 10 yards, but you get a roughing the punter penalty out of it. And then the very next play, Cole Scott just goes crazy.
He does, and that was really the whole. I felt like the first drive of the second half when we drove down and scored.
Right.
I was like, we're going to win the game as long as we don't make the big mistake. Well, we make another big mistake. Wilk is able to sidestep one guy, and then he gets hit, and that at that point when we got the ball back, and when our offense met on the sideline, it was like, okay, this is our game, and you could tell that was the case. Like, okay, we're going to take the game over. We've messed around long enough. Cole Scott goes crazy. We hit a big third down conversion to Cooper on a pass. The rest of it was Cole. And then, the block that Major has, he takes 2 guys out on Cole's long touchdown run, showed a lot of fight and grit in a game that wasn't going his way in a lot of ways. And he still fought to give throw an extra block for Cole on his touchdown run.
Yeah, didn't throw the ball well, 4 of 11 passing, but ran the ball very well.
It did. Our pass protection was a little shaky at times. They were bringing more than we could handle. Our offensive line's protection was pretty good. We missed some blocks here and there on some of the backers, but the option game was working, and that was what our offensive line was blocking really well. They were trying to move fronts around, and whenever they move fronts around, the first thing that usually they lose is option responsibility. Right. And Major was able to do that. Kind of a bummer on the long run. That was called a touchback, but other than that, he played a good game run as far as in the option game.
Yeah, it was an exciting game to be at. I said it, if we don't turn the ball over 5 times, we win 35-0 because your defense was playing that dominant.
It was. I don't know how many quarters it would have taken for them to have to drive the ball from the 30 to score to even get to 18, but I think it would have been it would have been more than 4 quarters. Right. For them to have to drive on our defense.
Well, even at halftime, you've got, 207 yards, and they had 67?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Short,
and we're behind.
And we're behind. Short field will do that to you every time. And but the fact, when I knew we were in good shape was when they had the ball, the 2-yard line, 3-yard line, and they don't get in, right. And they have to kick a field goal. And in those drives where they kick field goals, believe it or not, they had negative yards in those 3 drives. On their 3 field goal drives, they had negative yards. That to me, that is amazing. It's okay, something bad really happened, but we had enough fight to go back in there on defense and to not only hold them to just 3 field goals, but to hold them to negative yards in those drives. That was pretty impressive.
Yeah. 18-11 final score last week, and that sets up tonight's ball game as the Warriors take on another Warriors, the Idabel Warriors. Brad, I don't believe as long as I've been around here, we've never played Idabel.
Nope, I think it's first time.
They've been in 3A for a while.
They were in 3A. I think even many years ago, 15, 20 years, they were in 4A.
Right.
And so yeah, they're down into 2A, and they've had I think 2017 was the last time they've had won some playoff games. They've been in the playoffs. Last time they had won some playoff games was in 17. So it's been 5 or 6 years since they've had a win in the playoffs, and now they have 2. So there's a lot of excitement down there with Coach Pratt and what he's doing.
Well, and was a surprise to all of us that you had Beggs and Idabel, because we were all thinking it was going to be Rejoice playing Beggs. Beggs upsets Rejoice, and now Idabel upsets Beggs. Didn't look like the same Beggs team that played Rejoice that played Idabel.
Right, and I felt like Idabel was excited to be there, and Beggs was just kind of going through the motions like, well, we beat Rejoice, we're back, and we can just roll the footballs out and go win. And Idabel has too much talent and too much ability to just sleepwalk through a game against Idabel, and that's what Beggs kind of did. And Idabel muddied up their offense a little bit, Beggs' offense, and then hit enough big plays that allowed them to separate from Beggs. And so it was the one thing about them, they do have some talent, some spots. They play extremely hard, and that's typical of a Coach Pratt team and what he's done down there, and built the excitement back up in Idabel.
Well, it's going to be a neutral site game, playing in McAllister tonight. As I said, we're videoing this on Wednesday, and outside right now it's about 50 degrees and it's misty, and you're playing on turf in McAllister. Going to spend a lot of time inside, I'm sure, this week.
We've actually been outside the majority of the week.
Well, first of the week was beautiful weather.
Yeah. We'll still try to to deal. We want to try to make practice harder than Friday, and so if we got to go out a little bit wet today and be out and deal with the wet football, because on turf the wet footballs are not as big of a deal as it would be if it was in grass or mud or something like that. So dealing with that, it's just going to be making sure that we keep the footballs dry and at least a little bit warm, just to keep them from being so slick. So that's all stuff that we will have to manage during the game. But we will be outside even today and tomorrow with a little bit of rain, just to get the feel for the elements, because the temperature's not going to be the issue. It's just going to be the wet. So we've mixed indoors and with outdoors, and making sure that we've got everything covered, and making sure that our guys are used to whatever conditions, whether it's turf conditions or weather conditions. And I think that us having this indoor makes that possible.
Well, and being able to we don't have a turf football field, but we've got a turf indoor facility that makes a big difference, being able to be used to playing on turf when you have those opportunities. Because this year we played probably 5 games on turf.
Yeah, the footing, people don't realize that the footing is different. You got to deal with your cleats and the way that you cut on and off turf, and in grass is completely different. Everything about it, you play faster, and so we got to make sure that we utilize both this and we use the practice field for the wet footballs and throwing taking care of the football, because we know, like last week, turnovers are what can kill you in the playoffs.
Yep. Brad, let's talk about tonight's game with Idabel. What do you expect out of them offensively? Offensively,
they're going to try to spread you out to run it, and it doesn't mean that they can't throw it. They try to throw it as much as they can, and try to get but most of the stuff that they're trying to do is get their athletes the ball in space. And so but what they really want to do is they want to be off tackle, inside and off tackle. They will run some jet, but they don't mind stretching you out and then trying to cut it up inside. So they really try to make you cover sideline to sideline with their speed, and then they got big offensive linemen. They try to let their big offensive linemen push you around and get to your linebackers and give those running backs some space.
Well, Brad, your defense has been just outstanding this year, so I'm sure they're ready to go for Friday night.
They're excited. They said it on Monday. They said, Coach, we know we need practice. We know we need to get the game plan, and we need to get comfortable in what we're going to do. We're just ready to go play again. And I think that's a lot of because of the way that we performed as a team, not necessarily as a whole, but the defense, whenever they saw, hey, they're 70% run, let's go hunt. And that's kind of been our playoff motto is, hey, we got to be on the aggression. We can't sit back and go, oh, they've got speed, so we got to play soft. The way that you beat speed a lot of times is with just aggression and getting after it and beating speed to the spot and not letting it breathe. So our defense is ready for that, and I believe our offense is going to have their best performance of the year as well.
Yeah, I think we saw Cole Scott come out and have nearly a 200-yard game rushing last week, and You also have had Howard back a little bit running football. Those two guys are two different kind of running backs, and it's hard for people to prepare for them, isn't it?
It is. They're different styles. You know, Cole's more of he will slash up in there and you know, kind of he's a heavier runner. Where then all of a sudden you turn around and Hudson's been limited because of a little bit of a shoulder injury, but Hudson's just a different pace. He can jump cut faster than anybody I've ever coached, and he gets vertical really well off of the jump cut. So it's different styles of tackling them. They're a different center of gravity, and so we've got to continue to do that. And I know not having the health at linebacker has forced Hudson to play a little bit more linebacker, but he's ready to go, and I know he wants to touch the football. And then Cole, he seemed to generate more steam as the game went along the other night. And he's been hobbled. He's been, you know, turf toe, burst a sack in the knee, ankle, shoulder. He's been dealing with a lot this year, but he is the heartbeat of our team because of what all he's overcame.
Still comes out and runs hard every play.
Yeah, he does.
You need to have Major on top of his game, because those quick slants and you've got two of the biggest tight ends in the state. Those guys are weapons. That opens up that running game, doesn't it?
It does. The option game and the running game, you know, are great, but the pass game needs to complement what we're doing in the run game. And right now, just dropping back and trying to throw it is not great for us, and that's been the case all year. When we RPO it, the other night we were almost perfect completion on the RPO, didn't complete one drop back. There's a lot to be said for that. There's a lot to be said for that, and so that's something that, as a coaching staff, that you know, we've really been trying to go back through and saying, hey, I get it. There's sometimes you got to drop back and pass, and whenever we snap the ball over our head and you get in the 3rd and 15, RPOs don't work then. And so that's option football. Option football only works whenever you're playing ahead of the sticks. When we have to turn into a drop back team because we're behind or because of our own mistakes, holding penalties or snaps, then all of a sudden we become a drop back team and we didn't complete one of them. And so we have to do a good job of being consistent in our RPO, in our option game, and in our power run game.
All right, Brad, best of luck to you and the Warriors tonight. We'll talk to you at halftime. This is quarterfinals, and been there 4 years in a row. What's the streak right now on quarterfinals?
I think, are we 8 out of the last 9? Or wow. I think 2016 is the last time that we haven't made it. I think we made it 14, 15, missed it in 16, and then we've been every year since 17.
That's a pretty good run.
Yep.
And it's going to be another exciting ball game tonight. Warriors against the Warriors here at McAllister Hook Hills Stadium will be in, and we'll talk to you at halftime.
Yes,
Brad.
sir.
Stay tuned after these words from our sponsors, and Kyle and TJ will be with us from the press box, and we'll have more of the pregame. Washington versus Idabel here in the quarterfinals in Class 2A football.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Hi, I'm Jake Coles, number 28 for the Washington Warriors. My mom, Sonia, with the Santa Fe Agency, is a graduate of Washington High School and a longtime Washington Warriors and Lady Warriors supporter. As an independent agency, Santa Fe has the ability to write policies with a variety of insurance companies, so finding the right fit for you, the customer, is easier. Please reach out to Sonia for your next insurance quote, whether it be on your house, auto, boat, RV, or commercial needs.
Oklahoma Career Tech's been serving up skills to doers just like you for over 100 years.
But this ain't your great Grammys and Pop Tech school.
Oklahoma's favorite place to learn new skills keeps learning new tricks. Everyone knows the best way to learn is to do it yourself.
Sir, you okay?
Because you shouldn't have to wait to do what you love. Whatever you choose to do, do you.
Oklahoma Career Tech.
Air Product Supply would like to wish Jackson Hendricks and the Washington Warriors the best of luck this football season. Air Product Supply is your local Client Master and Lux Air distributor, supplying quality HVAC equipment and parts to Oklahoma and Texas. Give us a call at 405-288-0233 and we will get you in contact with a local, licensed, and trusted contractor near you. This is Tyler Beller, the voice of Air Product Supply, signing off. Go Warriors!
Welcome, Warrior fans, to the First National Field Hook Eagles Stadium here in McAlester, Oklahoma, where the Washington Warriors face the Idabel Warriors in quarterfinal action. TJ Scholes here with my partner Kyle Harris and Stuart McPherson down on the sideline. Had to go get our cameraman Jesse. We're way up here, Kyle. I'm a little out of breath here.
Yeah,
as we get ready for the coin toss to happen.
Pretty good little amount of steps you got to get up here. I've been down 2 or 3 times. So, like you said, we're a little higher than we're used to being up here in the press box tonight. But
good situation though. We got a
good view up here.
Yeah, the captains for the Warriors are Jackson Hendricks, Cole Scott, Wyatt McCauley, and Hayden Milner. A host of Idabel Warriors come out to midfield, led by number 3, Case Pratt, and number 62, Caden Coursey. Warriors coming off a stressful 18-11 victory last week, fellas, where they really dominated the game, except 5 turnovers kept OCS in the game and gave them a chance late. Warriors were able to come away with a victory, thanks mainly in part to their defense, Kyle.
Yeah, defense only gave up 89 yards last week. And you look at the stat sheet here, Washington had 377 yards total offense to 89. So like you said, the 5 turnovers really negated Washington from that game kind of getting out of hand. But I don't know, TJ, if there's many teams in the playoffs going to have 5 turnovers come out with a victory.
Right, and it's good to see the Warriors get some adversity and still come away with the victory. And Stuart, you as we sent it down to you on the field on a nice 50-degree night, you felt like the Warriors could have just blown out that game if it wasn't for those turnovers.
Yeah, the way the defense played all night long. Kyle said it, less than 100 yards of offense for CCS or OCS, and then we stopped them on the 1-yard line. All the 5 turnovers result in 3 field goals and a safety.
Right, and the average starting position for the Saints last week is at the 44-yard line, and due mainly to the turnovers and good field position. But you said it, you nailed it. Defense didn't allow any touchdowns, giving the ball to the Saints in the red zone a couple of times, and very, very good stout defense. Defense that's only given up nearly just 10 points a game.
Yeah, big on the year, man. This defense has been stellar this year, TJ, and like you said, really played the game last week and, kind of brought us into this game today. If it wouldn't happen to have been for the standout play of the D last week, we probably wouldn't be sitting here right now. So, like you said, defense has been good all year. Forced a lot of turnovers early in the year, and being on the wrong side of that turnover battle last week, you look to maybe pick up a few tonight.
Yeah, as you can see on the bracket here, as we got, I don't know what's going on with our camera guy, but our bracket here, the Warriors 54-7 victors over Atoka, and then beating OCS last week 18-11. I don't know what the deal is with our camera. Might go check that out. We'll take a short break, and then we'll come back to First National Field here in McAlester, Oklahoma.
B&H Construction is a proud Warrior partner. They are the leading directional drilling contractor with major operational hubs all over Oklahoma and in Texas. Their involvement in and support of our community goes far beyond utility construction. They're also a good neighbor and friend. When experience and safety count, your best source for directional drilling is B&H Construction. Go Warriors!
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
Hey Warrior fans, this is Brian Arthur. My wife Jennifer and I are proud sponsors of the Washington Warriors and would like to wish all the Warriors and their coaches the best of luck this season. When you need a locally owned company that you can trust, look no further. For over 20 years, we have offered all of our customers the best products and services in the industry. Whether it's residential or commercial, we got you covered. Give us a call or visit our website.
Welcome back to First National Field here at Hook Eels Stadium in McAlester, Oklahoma. TJ Scholes here with Kyle Harris and Stuart McPherson as we get ready for the kickoff of this quarterfinal matchup with the Idabel Warriors. Idabel coming off a big victory over Beggs last week, a Beggs team that the week before upset the number 2 team in the state, Rejoice Christian. So Idabel has the players to give the Washington Warriors a scare. Not a whole lot of players, only 32 on the roster, but the guys they have out there are very capable players. A young team, inexperienced team. This is the first time they've been in the playoffs since 2017, and I think, Stuart, you said the first time they've been, period, in the quarterfinals. Is that correct?
In a long time.
Yeah, so
in a long time.
It's been a while. Coach Pratt's got them rolling down there in southeast Oklahoma, as it appears Tanner Olson set to kick with the ball laying flat on the ground. Covered by Peyton Jefferson. And he is tackled just past the 35-yard line.
Guys, we talked about it in Coach Show again. You guys just heard it, but Idabel will try to spread the field, try to spread out this Washington defense. Runs the ball quite a bit. Probably not going to see a whole lot in the air tonight, but probably a good opportunity for this Washington 2 defensive ends to get in the backfield this game, TJ.
Yeah, the Idabel Warriors got a pretty good running back in their own right as far as we're having trouble trying to find out his number on the field, but the guy ran for over 1,000 yards, going over 1,000 yards last season as quarterback hands it off on the jet sweep to Macklin Dixon. He tries to get to the outside and breaks a couple tackles and picks up pretty good gain on the first down. Coach Bell did not look happy about those missed arm tackles, Kyle.
Yeah, he got up the field pretty quick, but like you said, had a couple opportunities to bring him down, missed some tackles, and pretty good pickup for Idabel there on first down.
About 6 yards will make it 2nd down and 4 for the Idabel Warriors. I'm gonna have Warriors on both sides, so we're gonna have to go by the first names of both these teams. As Waylon Phillips lines up in the shotgun position at quarterback. Idabel taking their time as they snap the ball with 1 second on the clock. Phillips rolls to the right, looking to throw. Sidearms one to the outside, and it falls incomplete, intended for Macklin Dixon. Good coverage there by the Warriors secondary and Tanner Olson and Jackson Hendricks.
Yeah, Hendricks leading the team with 6 tackles last week, but like you said, had that one covered up. I got some pretty good pressure in the backfield. Didn't have a whole lot of time. Kind of had to rush that one, get it off, and just overthrew it just a bit.
Little gunslinger sidearm. We're going to knock a bunch of those down tonight.
Well, as you mentioned that, Hayden Miller, I believe, leads the team in pass breakups. He's got 6, including 1 last week. Waiting for his chance to get him an interception as they run the RPO. Phillips keeps it and is able to get near the first down marker. We'll take our first replay with the Purcell Vision Source instant replay.
Just nothing special. A little bit of RPO right there. Kick out the tight end. Walk him down. There's a pretty big hole right there. Just able to get that second level, pick up about 6 yards for first down.
Ball will be placed at the the Idabel 49-yard line. It would not shock me if Idabel tries to choke this clock out throughout the entire game. They hand it off, and that is looks like number 9 maybe, Quincy Johnson?
8 and 8.
Do not have a name for that one.
They said they changed jerseys.
Oh, yeah, so it might be, yeah. I don't see a number 9 on no, there's a 9 there, so who knows?
It's 8, what he's wearing.
Yeah, I was looking for maybe who it could have been, but we'll have to find out who that is later as the Warrior defense.
That's Mr. number 8.
Number 8. Warrior defense gets a stop on first down, make it 2nd and 10. And we got some motion, it looks like, as they tried to send number 4, Martrell Lopez, in motion. Be something to keep an eye on throughout the game is which team. We talked about turnovers in the pregame, but you also got to think about the penalties. Do recall reading on the Idabel Eufaula game earlier in the season where there was a bunch of penalties on Idabel and Eufaula too. So you see those hidden yardage that might come up to affect the game as it progresses. 2nd down and 15 for Idabel. Handoff up the middle, and good job there by Caleb Bruce as he's able to hold the interior defense down and tackle the running back.
Pretty good job right there. Idabel already playing behind the sticks and had a little stunt right there with Spalding, and Howard up the middle was able to close that in. Wasn't much there for Idabel.
3rd and long for the Idabel Warriors. They come out in the spread formation. And now Coach Pratt wants to call a timeout. We'll take one with them. You're watching Warrior Football on WashingtonWarriors.tv.
Entertain your children and grandchildren with videos that teach character and good values like obedience, kindness, gratitude, love of country, and self-worth. You know, just plain old common sense. Go to musicmunchkins.com to stream or order DVDs. And you'll be proud to see some of our own younger Washington Warriors in action. That's musicmunchkins.com.
Go Warriors!
Big 3rd down coming up for the Warrior defense. They try to get off the field on this possession. 3rd and 13 from the 46-yard line. More motion as they send Lopez backwards, looking to maybe throw another pass, a double pass, and Milner's right there and pressure him. It's thrown up as a Hail Mary, and it is incomplete. Good coverage. Thrown into two defenders there.
Olsen. Yeah, I tried to do a little trick play right there, just threw it up. Kind of delayed there, threw it up in a double coverage. Could have had a chance at interception, but Olsen just going up and knocking that one away. Good job, good stand right there for the Warriors.
That was good hustle there by Ben Vaughn. He kind of bid on that play and then sprinted back. The ball hung up in the air. He was able to make that.
He threw better than the quarterback did.
High punt by Idabel as Cade Norman calls for fair catch at the 23-yard line, and the Warrior offense will see what they can get going.
A little bit different. We talked about having Wilt back there returning punts last couple games, but got Cade Norman back there this week and did a good job of coming up, calling a fair catch right there.
I said 33 to 27. That's a wrong yard marker there. No, it's a good point there, Kyle. And get a little bit
nice
more.
Nice to see a fair catch, guys.
A little bit more experience back there with Cade. Good to see him on the field. Made his return last week as Warriors in a run-heavy look. Handoff goes to Cole Scott. He gets some room to run. Now he's at the 35 and runs over a defensive player from Idabel.
That's the way to start the first series.
Yeah, you got to like the play call, though. Kind of spread them out a little bit. And you saw Major with a good fake over the middle to the two tight ends and open up big hole over there on the right side for Scott. Pick up a big first down.
Roberts moves to the left side, and that's where Cole Scott looks to run. He's got a lot of room to run. Now he's looking past midfield to the 35 and is pushed out of bounds finally by Idabel.
That's what you like to see. Get off to a good start for Cole Scott. Man, over a couple hundred yards last week.
Almost 2 bills last week.
Had a big game. I think it was right on 2 bills and was able to have another big run there. Second play of the game.
Now they're looking to throw. Pitch it to Scott in the flats, and he makes a guy fall down. Able to pick up about 5 yards on that play. They got that little ankle breaker there, huh, Kyle? As we take a Purcell Vision Source look at that.
Yeah, you can see right here the other guy tries to get up and just stiff arm right back down.
4 yards on the play, bring up 2nd down and 6. 8:02 left in the first quarter. The Warriors are marching down the field. Send more guys in motion to the right, and they run it to the right. Cole Scott has the edge, and he is finally tackled out of bounds inside the 15. Again, you can see a run-heavy offense so far.
A lot of motion, too. Trying to load one side, get some blockers out front, and you see it right there. Blockers did a good job getting out front of Cole Scott, and another big pickup for first down.
Ball's on the 13-yard line of Idabel. Straight hand up the middle of Cole Scott, and the offensive line is doing their job early tonight, creating huge holes for Mr. Scott.
We're trying to go fast, guys.
With a little tempo here.
2nd and 2. Another handoff to Cole Scott, and he just tries to get what he can. Brought down by number 77, Sammy Lopez. This big 300-pound nose tackle.
Lopez had just barely got his hand back down on the ground when we snapped the ball.
Loss of a couple on that makes it 3rd down and 4. Sends Singletary in motion. And they're going to run the option with him. And Trail is going to keep it. He's close to the end zone. Is he in? Just short.
First down.
Just short. As he is near the end zone. Kyle did a good job of just securing the ball there. Last week he tried to stretch it out for a touchdown and right at the goal line.
Like you said, good job. Got to keep that ball secured here on the first drive. Definitely 1st and goal right here from the 1, looking to get in.
And there's a huge hole there by Cole Scott. He didn't even have to. He just stepped across the line.
Yeah,
he got that touchdown.
I got more steps to take tonight, guys. Let's leave that one just a 1 step.
Yeah,
great drive.
Right there. Yeah, that's what you want to see. Get it right on the board. All but one play was a run, and most of them went to Cole Scott, and really starting to get in form after 189 yards last week and 2 touchdowns. Mason Thomas on for the extra point attempt. Snap down. Kick is up, and it's good. 6:24 to go in the first quarter. Washington leads Idabel 7-0.
Hey Warrior fans, there's a credit union designed for our community by our community members, Growing Oaks Federal Credit Union. We offer a wide array of banking services, a drive-up ATM, and money tools that will move you forward. Come and be a part of our member-owned, not-for-profit financial institution that knows you by name and has your best interest in mind. We're located behind Goldsby Store.
How about Mr. Cole Scott, Kyle? After 183 yards and 2 touchdowns last week, just has 67 yards on that drive by himself and sends it in for the end zone. Give the Warriors a lead.
Sure, Coach Beller will take that every drive tonight.
Tanner Olson, again with a squib-esque kick down to about the 30.
I think he nearly missed that guy.
I know,
Yeah,
like
I'm
Charlie
not
Brown.
sure if they saw something on film. I saw they had showed Thanksgiving practice the other day, and they were working on that little squib kick. Usually we try to kick the ball a little bit downfield, but
You know,
yeah, but a little bit further than that.
Yeah, last week when he started kicking it on the turf like that. So Idabel on for their second possession of the game, the 36-yard line. Line up in the pistol formation. They send Dixon in motion. They hand it off to number 8 and shows some speed and gets to the outside. Pretty good run there by the running back from Idabel.
yeah, pretty good run. Give little Cole Beller out there on the edge. Not a whole lot of size out there. Had to break down and make a shoestring tackle. Might have saved that one from a touchdown.
Again, motion by Dixon as Phillips hands it up the middle, and he is met in the hole by a Warrior defender. Let's take a look at that. Good run fit there by the linebacker.
Yeah, it looked like Keller Howard coming in, laying some wood right there. Guys, this defense, man, you got Ben Vaughn. You've seen him several times, a couple tackles there on that first drive. That's 69 total tackles on the year, followed by Keller Howard, 67, and Nathan Spaulding's got 63. So a lot of guys like to swarm the football in the secondary.
Dixon gets the ball on the jet sweep, and Milner and the aforementioned Howard there to make the tackle.
Guys, we got one early score besides ours. Jones is up over Keeper 6-0. That's the game we need to keep an eye on tonight.
Where's that game being played at, Stuart?
It is in Edmond.
In Edmond.
I think it's one of the directional Edmonds.
Yeah.
North.
Santa Fe.
Santa Fe. Well, I think it's north.
Right. There you go. 2nd down and 6 for Idabel. Dixon in motion again. This time Phillips just keeps it. And good tackle there by Keller Howard as he's able to bring down the quarterback from Idabel. Keep him from gaining very many more yards after that.
Good job, Phillips, right there, pulling that ball down. Not sure if they were trying to get it on the jet sweep to Dixon right there, but you had Ben Vaughn coming off the edge. He met him about a second before he handed that ball off.
4:03 to go in the first quarter. Idabel trying to get the Warriors to jump off sides. And Idabel Warriors trying to win that time of possession. As Phillips backs up and sidearms it, they're going
to get the quarterback, I think.
Yeah.
Quarterback started backing up for the snap.
Yeah, trying to get it in. He only had about a second or two on the play clock, trying to get it in. I think they're going to get him for a little early movement.
Yeah, he was looking at the play clock.
And he's looking at the defensive rush about to come after him.
And that. That's what we need to do, guys, is get them in a passing situation.
Right.
Because that's not what they do well.
Right. Anything that, you would have thought 3rd and 4, they're thinking 2 plays to get a first down. Now, this might be a little bit more difficult. And the blitz comes by the Warriors. Phillips able to get away from it. Now he's got room to run. And he is finally tackled by Jax Hendricks. Phillips able to get away from the pressure here brought by the Warriors.
Milner just missed him.
Yeah, Washington's trying to bring a little coverage, trying to stay out in coverage on the edge. They blitzed the 2 middle linebackers, and once he got past that first level, he had the field wide open for the first down pickup.
Idabel will have first down from the 28-yard line.
The band has made it.
All right.
Probably couldn't find the bus keys if I was guessing.
Yeah, the transportation director slept through that one.
Handoff goes up the middle. Warrior defense brings the boom there.
Down on him.
And he's hurt too. Milner just smothered him. And he's down. Mr. 8.
Well, we'll take a timeout with him. Warriors up 7-0 with 2:30 to go in the first quarter.
We're here for you. Federally insured by NCUA. Go Warriors!
Warrior fans, is your air conditioner making a sound like it's ready to take off? Is your heater not producing enough heat to take the chill out of the air? Then call Airfare Heat and Air. Dwayne Branham, Noah Zamora, owners of Airfare, are proud supporters of the Washington Warriors and are hometown guys with a hometown company that will give you great pricing on Luxair and Climate Master geothermal HVAC systems. Need service on your existing equipment? Call them today at 405-626-1989 to schedule a service visit. That's Airfare.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Hi, I'm Jake Coles, number 28 for the Washington Warriors. My mom, Sonia, with the Santa Fe Agency, is a graduate of Washington High School and a longtime Washington Warriors and Lady Warriors supporter. As an independent agency, Santa Fe has the ability to write policies with a variety of insurance companies, so finding the right fit for you, the customer, is easier. Please reach out to Sonia for your next insurance quote, whether it be on your house, auto, boat, RV, or commercial needs.
Oklahoma Career Tech's been serving us.
Welcome back to First National Field at Hook Eels Stadium here in McAlester, Oklahoma, as a young man from Idabel is being helped off the field. Hope he's not injured too badly. Stuart, we watched the Millwood game on the way down here.
Yes, sir.
Millwood Falcons coming away with a victory.
Over on the other side of the bracket.
Right.
49-30 over Sequoia Claremore. An afternoon contest.
Yeah.
In Class 2A. I don't think we'll see Mr. 8 back in the contest today.
No, he's walking off pretty gingerly there.
That'll hurt them.
Yeah, he showed a little bit of burst. Bring a new running back in, number 25, A.J. Smith. He lines up to the right of Phillips. Makes in motion. They're looking to throw it. Nothing there. Good defense there as Spalding gets tackled in the backfield.
And they've got a flag right there.
Yeah, you may not be able to see all that, but they're going to end up calling holding, as you see on the screen here. Spalding does a nice job of working his way up the field and then cutting back to get the quarterback and just literally gets tackled to the ground.
Stuart, you called it out earlier, try to get them to a passing situation, and with running back being out right there, they try to go to it. Got a lot of pressure in the backfield.
Well, our defensive ends are very, very quick off the football, and then we've got some muscle inside, just pushing them back and letting the linebackers roam free back there. So just got to stay in their lanes. You know, don't take off and chase too much until ball crosses the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, we already seen the quarterback can run a little bit if you give him the opportunity. So just like Stuart said, stay in your lanes, close that pocket in, and make sure you get a hand on him.
Ball gets pushed back to the 45-yard line where it will be 2nd down and 27.
Lay your ears back right here.
Warriors just showing 3-man rush here. That's all they bring. Hayden Milner gets doubled. Here comes Spalding, and he sacks the quarterback at the other 45. A huge loss for the Idabel Warriors.
That's why he got held. Yeah, we're going to see that all night. You had Milner getting double-teamed down here on the bottom of the screen, and then Spalding just slips away and closes in for a big-time sack. It's going to put 3rd down about a mile right here for Idabel.
Idabel from my home county, McCurtain County.
Yeah.
Saw a lot of them growing up. McAlester, where my beautiful Native American bride
here we go.
Grew up.
Someone's in the doghouse trying to get
got her off the reservation.
3rd and 36 as Dixon takes the snap, and he gets hit in the backfield by Ben Vaughn and cleaned up by
Spalding.
Spalding again. Spalding doing a great job at that defensive end position to tackle as well. You know, you don't see, a lot of times the way you see it, your linebackers, your leading tacklers, you don't see a lot of time your linemen being the leading tacklers.
Yeah, that's what we talked about earlier. Spalding's coming in at 63 tackles on the year as a defensive end. Usually you're getting locked up on blocks. Don't have a whole lot of
guys, we talked
yourself.
TJ, we talked about that we didn't call Ben Vaughn's name a lot last week.
Right. But
tonight he's making
it. He's got 3 or 4 already in the first quarter. Idabel punts it away to Cade Norman. He gets it at the 20. Looking for room to run, and he's able to pick up about 7 yards on that return.
Have I told y'all how much I love that? Really, that is great to have him back. He's been missed, guys, and Coach Beller said he's a guy that they've needed. We saw him a little bit last week. Still not back in full game shape, but he's working his way back, and good to see him back.
Well, I don't know how many times this year we've had a punt like that that's either they come up and fair catch it or let it hit and roll another 20 yards and, get a little extra bounce and put us even further back in our own end zone. So, you got to, like you said, Stuart, you got to like guys coming up, catching the ball, and it's good to see him back.
Got a personal foul face mask on
Yeah, they
Idabel.
grabbed him around the helmet. You can grab the helmet, around the helmet, but you can't grab an opening. So, and that's why they grabbed the back of his helmet.
See if the Warriors in a spot here with about 12 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Maybe take a deep shot here after this big 15-yard pickup on the special teams play. Run look for the Warriors
down here, one-on-one at the bottom.
And they fake the handoff, and he's looking deep. There's Alexander. He gets sacked. Waited too long. I think he had Alexander open there, Kyle.
Yeah, just trying to go through his reads, trying to get to him, and just came in from the backside, and not soon enough.
Yeah, about a 1 second, held on the ball about 1 second too late, and he paid the price. But Warriors lead going into the second quarter, 7-0. You're watching Warrior football on WashingtonWarriors.tv.
Are doers just like you for over 100 years.
But this ain't your great Grammys and Pop Pops Tech School.
Oklahoma's favorite place to learn new skills keeps learning new tricks. Everyone knows the best way to learn is to do it yourself. Sir, you okay? Because you shouldn't have to wait to do what you love. Whatever you choose to do you.
Oklahoma Career Tech.
Air Product Supply would like to wish Jackson Hendricks and the Washington Warriors the best of luck this football season. Air Product Supply is your local Client Master and Lux Air distributor, supplying quality HVAC equipment and parts to Oklahoma and Texas. Give us a call at 405-288-0233 and we will get you in contact with a local, licensed, and trusted contractor near you. This is Tyler Beller, the voice of Air Product Supply, signing off. Go Warriors!
Here we go. Welcome back to First National Field here at Hook Hill Stadium, McAlester, Oklahoma. Your Washington Warriors lead 7-0. Going into the second quarter as we take another look and
Idabel coming up with a big sack. Just coming off the edge right here. Missed a block right there coming off the edge. Cole Scott's got to pick him up.
Yeah, I hope the quarterback out a little bit there, but Warriors on a 7-yard loss in that play bring up 2nd and 17. Roberts goes in motion. Handoff goes to Cole Scott. He's making up for it here. Now he's got midfield. 40, 30, 20. Is he going to get caught? And he is in. Touchdown, Warriors.
That's a makeup. That's okay, Cole. Miss that luck again.
7 yards. Take it to the house, Cole Scott.
Once he got through there was nobody left to touch him. Good blocking there by the offensive line as Cole Scott. 64-yard touchdown run. He came from the 36, Kyle.
That's all right. Give him away.
50 and then 14 more. As Mason Thomas on for the extra point attempt. And it is up and good. We'll keep it here. Fellas, it's good to see Mason Thomas back out there on the field and that extra point duty. I know they tried to find somebody to do it, and it's not the easiest thing to do. Mason kind of showed you the importance of the special teams units because every point matters, and especially this time of year, being able to knock in those extra points. You think about last week's game, the Warriors scored 3 touchdowns, and so if they make all their extra points, it's 21-11. You don't have to worry about a potential game-tying touchdown by the opponent.
Got an update on the Jones-Kiefer score, if you would like that.
Yeah.
Kiefer, 9. Jones, 6.
9-6. Nice.
World Cup match.
Yeah.
High score World Cup match.
We'll see. I'm looking, fellas, for number 8. I don't see him on the sideline anywhere. for Idabel. Let's see if he might be.
He's right there by the coach. He's got his helmet on. He's up. Might see him on this drive.
Tanner Olson with his little side squib kick. Bounces off an Idabel player and
we're good.
Inside the 30 down to the 29-yard line.
We might see A right here. He's walking out. Got his helmet on, walking out, get to play from the coach. So he's definitely probably going to be back in the ball game. That's good to see. Nope. Yep. Nope. Nope. Yep. Nope.
Guys, I hate to say anything about a kid and the injuries and stuff, but you can sort of tell when the coaches go out on the field, if they're not in a big hurry, they've been there before.
First down for Idabel as Phillips looking to pass. And he throws it, bounces right off the chest. Looks like Jake Cole's there in coverage. That ball incomplete.
Ball was thrown.
Yeah, I threw it 100 miles an hour. And Jake Coles flips him upside down over his head. Incompletion makes it second down and 10.
Guys, that's back-to-back pass plays since 8's been out.
They send Dixon in motion and hand it to him on the jet. Cuts it back up, and Easton Berglund cleans up that tackle.
Yeah, Spalding had him around the ankles, and Ethan planted him.
Yeah, that's he had a couple big hits last week. That's one guy that's good and healthy. We're glad to have him back, man. He's laid some shots on some kids the last couple weeks.
Third down and 6 for Idabel with 11 minutes to go in the half. Phillips looking to pass again, and receiver comes back and meets the pass. And a little out route. Quarterback got a little hitch in his throw.
Yeah, good little pitch and catch right there. Like you said, just ran a little out route right at the first down marker. Washington playing off the ball about 5 yards, was able to bring that one in. Turn it back in. Big first down pickup for Idabel right there. Not a bad play call there.
No, Warriors going to make them prove that they can make that pass. That quarterback can almost time it whenever he winds up. It's kind of a little. Reminds me of the movie Rookie of the Year, where the guy little kid gets his arm back to a certain spot and just lets it go. Dixon again on the jet sweep. Getting 7 yards on that. And playbook's not very big at Idabel. You either got the jet sweep, especially since 8's been out. You got the jet sweep or the pass to the outside. That run put Idabel inside Warrior territory for the second time tonight. This is second down and 4. Out route to this side is overthrown. Coverage by Ben Vaughn. Pass was intended for number 4, Matrell Lopez.
Good coverage right there. Vaughn stayed on his step for step, and then also had a guy going deep that Cole Beller had covered up there. So we'll look and see what Idabel comes up with. Third down and 4 here. I would say maybe look for another one of them short pass plays right at the sticks. Haven't seen a whole lot of deep balls tonight.
Only one was number 4 threw it on the throwback to him. Looking to hit the slip screen. Guys open and misses them.
They might have a late hit on the quarterback here.
Take a Purcell Vision Source replay of that.
The flag came in a little late. Yeah, they're going to have Milner hit him on the head.
Yeah, Milner trying to get one of them
bat that ball down.
Pass breakups again and give the Idabel Warriors 15 yards and a first down. Ball will be at the 34-yard line now of Washington. 9:35 to go. Warriors lead 14-0 here in quarterfinal action. Dixon in motion again. They call another
Illegal
false
motion
start.
or false start.
Yeah, Warriors had 3 of those. Idabel's had 3 of those tonight.
I feel like 2 of them's been on that same play, too.
Right. First down and 15.
Definitely not what you want after picking up a first down personal foul. Get 5 of it right back to them.
Kind of got lucky, Kyle, that the weather, well, it wouldn't matter for us, but for Stewart, the weather kind of turned out to be a beautiful night.
It's perfect.
It's almost like, I mean, upstairs where Jesse, our camera guy, is, he's got a little open breeze there. His handoff goes up the middle. Spalding, Ben Vaughn, Howard, and
Hudson
Howard?
Yes, sir.
And Berglund, too, in on that play.
We talk about these guys having a lot of tackle, man. Their pursuit of the football from the linebacker, inside and outside linebacker positions, corner positions, is just so quick, man.
Yeah, it definitely utilizes the team speed. And then, I mean, you got to get off. You got to keep the line blocked. You keep Spalding. I'm sure Milner will be up there in tackles too. He's only played a handful of games this year. Spalding being starting every game so far this year, he's been able to do that.
Idabel's going to get their second timeout of the night.
We'll take one with them. You're watching Warrior football on WashingtonWarriors.tv.
B&H Construction is a proud Warrior partner. They are the leading directional drilling contractor with major operational hubs all over Oklahoma and in Texas. Their involvement in and support of our community goes far beyond utility construction. They're also a good neighbor and friend. When experience and safety count, your best source for directional drilling is B&H Construction. Go Warriors!
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service.
Welcome back to McAlester, Oklahoma. Idabel has a 2nd down and 12 in Washington territory. Phillips rolls to the left, looking to throw across his body. And now he's going to run, and he is finally tackled out of bounds by Ben Vaughn. There is a penalty.
Blocking the back.
Yeah, there's some blocking on this side, right in front of the Idabel bench, where the receiver looked like he peeled back and tried to give the quarterback a.
I'll tell you what, give credit to that quarterback, because Milner was coming from that backside. He might have saved himself a pretty good hit.
Sir, you got some updates for us.
Yes, sir. In the game again that has our interest tonight, Jones and Kiefer. Jones has gone back on top of that one, 13-9 in the second quarter, and Victory Christian is on top of Chandler, 14-7 in the second quarter.
Blocking the back is called. Cost them 10 yards in Idabel.
You like Chandler in that game, didn't you?
Yeah, Chandler's supposed to have a running back that is over 7,000 yards rushing for a career, nearly 8,000. So I remember Coach Beller talking about it a couple years ago when we made a run for the state semis, that he would rather played some certain team. I can't remember exactly, but he didn't want to see Chandler basically because how physical a team they are. Thought that they'd match up well against Washington. So thought the team that they went against was a little bit softer of a team. Little double move as Phillips throws it inside. Nice tackle there by Ben Vaughn. He must have been listening to my commentary on the way down here, guys.
Yeah, great pursuit to the football. Just broke down. Everybody had that covered up right there. Just threw a little short pass and a good tackle, keep him behind the sticks, bring up a third down. Probably what, 20, 17 here.
You know, Idabel, I think that's part of their strategy is they're trying to milk the clock every time.
Which you should.
They've had a delay of the game, a couple false starts, and 2 timeouts.
Yeah, they're going to have to call their last time out here unless they want to get a 5-yard penalty. Well, they get it off just in time, and handoff goes up the middle. And Warrior defensive line swarms the running back from Idabel.
Hudson Howard coming in. Warrior D had that one wrapped up, and Howard just coming in and finishing it off right there.
I saw number 8 sort of took a step to the field and turned around. No, I'm okay.
4th down and long for Idabel as they set up to punt.
It's one of them you want to see Kay come up and catch on the run.
Looks like that is Pratt. Nice punt as Norman gets it at the 9.
Going to have a hold out here on the edge.
He gets to the outside and brings it to the 24, so a 15-yard gain, but there is a penalty around the 12-yard
Braden Arthur
line.
is going to have a holding penalty down here on the sidelines, right in front of the official, Stuart. Not really a place you want to hold.
No, and probably didn't need to.
Right.
You got a guy like him that can make some moves back there. Just let him do it. Let him make one guy miss. That's what they ask most returners do. You got to make the first guy miss.
Warriors 2 possessions tonight and 2 touchdowns, both on the legs of Cole Scott.
Revian Larry, that's number 8.
That's number 8, Revian Larry. So
had a guy that I coached in Valiant that's from that area.
He hooked us up, huh?
Yep.
All right.
He said number 4 is their best back.
Warriors now deep in their own territory as Cantrell hands it off to Cole Scott. He's trying to follow behind his lineman. Jordan Vanier is not able to get anywhere on that play. Maybe a yard.
Yeah, Idabel had that one covered up. Try to get to the edge there with a little sweep off the tackle, and Idabel wouldn't fall for that one.
6:45 to go in the half. Warriors up 14-0.
Got 9 down here on the bottom.
Yeah, they spread it. Warriors out Idabel. You got a lot of options here as they send Singletary in motion and hand it to him on the jet sweep. And he tries to make someone miss.
Flag down over here, too.
They got a flag on the top side as well. 2 penalties on here.
Well, a good thing, a penalty here, you're not going to back up very far.
No.
But
see what we
you
got
can also
here.
decline it and be...
Yeah, 3rd and long.
3rd and 9.
That's what the official is trying to explain to Coach Pratt.
Generally don't go all the way over to ask the official or to ask the coach what you want. You let your guys. That's why all the crews have radios nowadays. They can just walk to the coach. Coach,
Right.
what you want to? You want to decline this? You want to take it?
Except for them guys last week. They might not have had a radio.
3rd down and 12.
This is a good
for
crew effort,
Washington. Send Alexander away from the quarterback in motion, looking to throw it deep. Got Cage Morris, and he drops the pass.
Put it in the breadbasket and couldn't come down.
Made a little bit of an adjustment on there.
That's a great ball. Had him 2 steps, let him, put it out in front of him. Morris just had a little bit of difficulty coming down with that one.
First stop for the Idabel defense. as Tatum Wilk standing at the edge of his end zone. Good snap as Wilk runs and punts. Bounces at the 32. Takes a Warrior bounce just past the 40, but it'll be in Warrior territory. Missed opportunity there by the Warrior offense. The defense back on the field.
You got to feel good about your defense, though. I mean, they've played a good game. Had a really good game last week, and,
right.
and have showed up so far tonight. So, Coach Beller probably feeling pretty good about this one. We'll see what Idabel has. Really hadn't had a whole lot of offense tonight. I'd be kind of curious to see what Bob comes in with stat-wise, see their total yards offense here in the first half.
Yeah, defense really. Last week was the first double-digit score they've given up since week 3 against talented Jones teams in the quarterfinals as well. Phillips.
Jump it.
He almost did. Kenner Olsen, nice break on the play there as Phillips tries to hit the out route.
We've seen that play about 3 times tonight. Just Washington had that double covered. Olsen almost had maybe another step. He might have been able to jump that route.
2nd and 10. Yeah, Warriors, after that Vian game we saw in week 1, it was a 33-0 if I remember right after their first half, and Vian was able to get some scores late. Handoff goes to Dixon. He was able to get past some defenders. Looks like Caleb Bruce's
couple missed opportunities. Bruce pushed that whole line back, missed it right there.
Then Sulphur, that game came right down to the wire as their quarterback was unable to get the 2-point conversion attempt that would have sent it to overtime. But that was 25 points. But since then, Jones 14, Frederick 7 against our 3rd string, CCS 7 against our 3rd string, Lindsay 6, Purcell 7, and then Atoka 7. The Warrior defense really, the strength of this team as the handoff goes up the middle to number 25. It sounds like the ball is loose.
Coach Beller saying we got it.
A.J. Smith with the carry.
Idabel still got it coming up. Remain Idabel ball.
Just a run up the middle to get them some yards closer on this 4th down attempt that you would assume they would go for.
TJ Idabel only got 3 losses on the season, really close ball games. Lost 21-20 to Broken Bow. Played the Ashdown, Arkansas team 33-24. And then that late season loss, really close loss to Eufaula, 24-21. So, really not a big margin of their losses.
No. As Phillips fakes the handoff on the jet sweep, the Warriors were not full in the middle of the defense, comes through.
Coach K approved.
Good pressure brought from the outside. You just see the offensive line for Idabel get pushed.
Yeah.
4 or 5 yards deep and blew that play up. The Warriors will take over on downs at the Washington 33. 4:38 to go. Warrior offense sputtered a little bit on that last possession. That first carry is what kind of set the tone. They were unable to get very much yardage. And then
penalties.
Right. And the jet sweep didn't work very well, and then missed the opportunity on the long ball to Cage Morris as Singletary goes in motion again. This time Cole Scott runs it up the middle. He's in up the middle. There's a 45-40. Coming to the left side. He's at the 45-20. And he's going to go in. There is a penalty on the play.
They're going to get Nate Roberts down here on the bottom of the screen. Very late onto the play. Just a little push in the back.
I think they're going to have him for a hold.
Yeah.
And didn't need to. That's one of those.
And he did it, though, because he turned around and looked to see.
You throw your hands up and that flag's coming out.
He turned around to look to see if he got called for it.
He gets to come and have a little meeting with Coach Beller right now.
Will be a spot foul, though. Warriors will retain a first down. That's definitely one, like you said, Stuart. Didn't need to.
After the penalty, Washington will have the ball inside Idabel territory at the 45-yard line. Yeah, offensive line and Cole Scott.
Guys,
really
one
putting
thing
on a show.
you gotta remember about Nate, he's just a sophomore.
Yeah, he's got a little mean streak to him too, so he likes to finish off those blocks. This time Hudson Howard takes the fake, and Cooper Alexander catches it, and he breaks through a tackle, tries to hurdle over a defender unsuccessfully. Nice catch and run there.
A lot of talent right there. We saw that play on third down. Washington had 3rd and long last week, and they ran that same play. Had about the same success with it. So, gotta like seeing Alexander getting his hands on the ball here in the first half.
Cade Norman takes the jet sweep, and he's got some linemen to block for him as he gets to the 20. Spins off a defender down to the 15-yard line. Check that to 16. And now we got some extracurricular.
We're gonna have Alexander with a little push there, a little extracurricular. Not sure who started, but had a little push there at the end, and definitely.
Guys, the McAllister football team's down here on the Warrior sideline.
Oh yeah, they got a game tomorrow night against McGinnis.
And their running back, the good running back we talked about, he's on crutches.
Yeah, we were talking to some people up here in the booth, and they said they didn't expect him to play. This is unfortunate. OU signee, McCartney.
Ooh, it's going to be personal foul on Idabel.
Wow. This time the second guy did not get caught, as Cooper was basically sticking up for his teammate. And Idabel, a lot of penalties in this first half.
Let's see, Howard still in the backfield. Cole Scott's out.
Handoff goes to Howard. Breaks a tackle in the backfield, and he's going to be in. Touchdown, Warriors. 8-yard touchdown run by Hudson Howard.
Got to like the depth of the backs in the backfield, man. Scott's got 2 on the night. We talk about Howard. Got that little bit of different burst of speed, and you've seen it right there. Was able to get in, put the Warriors on the board for another score.
That was a good finishing block there by Wyatt McCauley. Just let Hudson figure out wherever he wanted to go. He was getting in. Mason Thomas comes on for the extra point attempt. Kick is up and through. With 3:56 to go in the first half, Warriors up 21-0. You're watching Warrior football on WashingtonWarriors.tv.
Squirtle.tv. Find out more at squirtle.com/stream.
Hey Warrior fans, this is Brian Arthur. My wife Jennifer and I are proud sponsors of the Washington Warriors and would like to wish all the Warriors and their coaches the best of luck this season. When you need a locally owned company that you can trust, look no further. For over 20 years, we have offered all of our customers the best products and services in the industry. Whether it's residential or commercial, we got you covered. Give us a call or visit our website.
Entertain your children and grandchildren with videos that teach character and good values like obedience, kindness, gratitude, love of country, and self-worth. You know, just plain old common sense. Go to musicmunchkins.com to stream or order DVDs. And you'll be proud to see some of our own younger Washington.
Welcome back to First National Field here in McAllister, Oklahoma. The Washington Warriors lead Idabel 21-0 with 3:56 to go in the first half, as Idabel takes the squib kick from the 30 to about the 35. Peyton Jefferson on the recovery.
I think it looked like about 8 guys from Washington got their helmet in on that one. Not their helmet, their shoulder pad, sorry. I got a quick score update.
Go at it.
Let's go here. Washington 21. Oh, well, we know that score. Victory Christian 22, Chandler 7.
22-7.
Yep. Jones and Kiefer still 13-9. Jones.
Idabel, ball at the 35. He's out with 3 receivers to the left. Throw to the left. That might be backwards. It is backwards. And the Warriors recover.
Which Warriors?
That's true. Ben Vaughn. The good ones.
The good ones.
Washington Warriors as the official.
Ben Vaughn's got
put his fist to the right.
Idabel coach is out there. Well, I thought he was arguing that it was behind the line of scrimmage or
yeah, he's just coaching his player up. Coaching up Mr. Macklin Dixon. That is a freshman, so freshman mistake.
Yeah, you saw Dixon there. I don't know if he really knew what was going on. He missed the ball and then just kind of quit on it. And Cole Beller and Ben Vaughn said, that ball's behind. That's a live ball, buddy.
That's right. And the Warriors will, again, the Washington Warriors will take over at the Idabel 26-yard line. And they're looking to throw it. Looking for Cage Morris on the fade route, and he falls down and just misses it. He's going to be kicking himself. He knows he could have caught that one, too. That one would be a little bit more of a difficult catch as we take a Purcell Vision Source instant replay.
Look like Stoops and Bedlam, though. I had
That's true.
2 catches going down like that.
Second down and 10. Time handoff goes to Cole Scott. Oh my goodness, there's room to run. Mason Singletary with the finishing block, and he's in. 26-yard touchdown run by Cole Scott.
Huge hole for Scott to run through right there, but give it up to Singletary down here on the edge, man. You got to enjoy these receivers blocking downfield, and Scott, once he got past that first level, didn't have much effort to get in.
Yeah, there's been room to run for him. I'd like to see how many yards he has without being touched, because on those touchdown runs, I don't think he's had to do anything, just use his speed to get through those holes. Thomas on for the extra point.
What would you give him? 40-yard rushing touchdown there, Math Wiz?
36. Just look at the scoreboard. Warriors go up 28-0. You're watching Warrior football on WashingtonWarriors.tv.
Warriors in action. That's musicmunchkins.com.
Go Warriors!
Welcome to First National Field, Warrior fans, where the Washington Warriors are up 28-0 over Idabel. It's been the Cole Scott show, Stuart, early and often in this game.
11 for 180.
And 3 touchdowns.
3 touchdowns.
20 yards short of a game last week.
And 1 got called back.
Idabel gets it on a run. That's number 1. That was Macklin Dixon. Good return there as he picks that off the bounce. Gets it near midfield with 3:19 to go.
Yeah, you can tell Dixon's one of their other go-to guys. They've tried to go to him several times tonight other than that kickoff return right there. And kid's got some talent. He's got some speed to him.
Got some speed. The young team Idabel is. You mentioned they have only 32 players on the roster, and 9 of them are freshmen. 8 are seniors, so the remaining 15 players are.
Number 8, Mr. 8.
He's back in the game.
Raylan is back in the ballgame.
Ravion Larry, right?
Yes, sir.
Sophomore running back. They're going to run the option with him. Phillips tries to reverse field, but good tackle there by Keller Howard.
Good pursuit of the ball. You get them guys out there on the edge. Got to play your position. Everybody has a position to play out there. Got a responsibility. Howard's position there was to stay with the quarterback, make him pitch the ball, and did a good job of going out and making a shoestring tackle.
Hey, one sprint out!
3 receivers to the left. He rolls to the left, looking to throw to the outside, and it is broken up by Cole Beller.
We're Idabel's finally figured it out that our defensive ends can play a little bit, and they're being double teamed every time now.
Lopez was the intended receiver.
Hayden Milner, when he comes off the football, the tackle is just bailing off, and then the guard comes back and helps as well.
3rd and long for Idabel. 2:37 to go in the first half. Dixon in motion, fakes the jet sweep. Spalding chasing after and trying to set up the screen. Spalding was licking his chops trying to get to Phillips, and
yeah, you
that
see
pass falls incomplete.
going with the design, trying to run a little screen right there and definitely set up, but inside linebackers staying at home, playing their position, had that one read all day.
Yeah, Howard and Vaughn, even if that pass was complete, it was going for nothing. And Case Pratt will come back on and punt. Cade Norman sets up at the 23-yard line. Line drive, directional punt to the left side of the field. Takes a Idabel bounce. And they'll take over the 21-yard line with 2:24 to go in the half. Warriors will get, I keep saying Warriors, Washington will get the ball to start the second half as well. So
I was
kind of looking for 2 for 1 here.
I was thinking for the last drive, it'd be good to get a score in, but one or 2 plays in the score, and we still got 2:24 left. Defense got to stand, and we've got the ball back one more time. So
all 3 timeouts. So
definitely, if you can get a score here, it's not going to be looking good for Idabel, especially with Washington getting the ball start the second half.
Norman comes in motion on the jet. They're looking over the middle. Nate Roberts is wide open at the 50. Got one man to beat. Is he going to get there? He's at the 10, 5, touchdown. 79-yard touchdown pass from Major Cantrell to Nate Roberts.
Make up for your penalty earlier, but man, taking a couple shots downfield and you see it right there.
Guys, that's what happens when you establish a run game.
Yeah,
they got all their backers, all their defensive backs are sucking up, little play action, and leaves the middle wide open. Yes.
We're offense flexing its muscles here in the first half as Mason Thomas comes on for the extra point attempt. And this one's going to be wide left. But with 2:10 to go.
Jinxed him.
2:10 to go in the first half. Warriors up, Washington up 34-0 over Idabel. Watching Warrior football on WashingtonWarriors.tv.
Hey Warrior fans, there's a credit union designed for our community by our community members, Growing Oaks Federal Credit Union. We offer a wide array of banking services, a drive-up ATM, and money tools that will move you forward. Come and be a part of our member-owned, not-for-profit financial institution that knows you by name and has your best interest in mind. We're located behind Goldsby Store. We're here for you. Federally insured by NCUA. Go Warriors!
Warrior fans, is your air conditioner making a sound like it's ready to take off? Is your heater not producing enough heat to take the chill out of the air? Then call Airfare Heat and Air. Dwayne Branham, Noah Zamora, owners of Airfare, are proud supporters of the Washington Warriors and are hometown guys with a hometown company that will give you great pricing on Luxair and Climate Master geothermal HVAC systems. Need service on your existing equipment? Call them today at 405-626-1989 to schedule a service visit. That's Airfare Heat and Air.
Welcome back to First National Field here at Hook Hills Stadium in McAlester, Oklahoma. Warriors offense is controlling this game along with the defense, showing why they're the #1 ranked team in Class 2A as Peyton Jefferson tries to get it to the outside, and he is stopped by the Warriors special teams unit. Like Blake Heiliger, Tanner Olson, and Tatum Wilk in on the tackle.
And then Mr. Beller came by and cleaned it up. He said, "How you doing tonight?" You know, they've got kinfolks in southeastern Oklahoma. All the Bellers do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably might have been somebody he knows. You never know.
Could have been.
He said hi. Tell your mom and them I said hi.
Idabel takes over at the 39-yard line with 2:03 to go in the first half.
Got some fans in
34-0.
Broken Arrow. The Millers watching in tonight.
Nice. Dixon goes in motion. Handoff goes up the middle, and ball's stripped.
Thank Idabel got
Able to get to it, it looks like. Looked like Milner might have forced that fumble as he punched it.
We're going to use timeout, guys.
Timeout. We are. All right. Yeah, might as well try to score. We'll take
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Hi, I'm Jake Coles, number 28 for the Washington Warriors. My mom, Sonia, with the Santa Fe Agency, is a graduate of Washington High School and a longtime Washington Warriors and Lady Warriors supporter. As an independent agency, Santa Fe has the ability to write policies with a variety of insurance companies, so finding the right fit for you, the customer, is easier. Please reach out to Sonia for your next insurance quote, whether it be on your house, auto, boat, RV, or commercial needs.
1:48 to go in the first half here at First National Field, McAlester, Oklahoma. Warriors up 34-0. Shout out to my wife taking care of the kids back at the house. Preacher Will Wilson listening to us too.
Yeah, he texted me earlier.
I guess we got to give Cruz a shout out, right?
He said you guys need to do a good job. I don't know why he'd ever expect anything different out of us.
Shout out to Pete's Place.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
thanks.
man.
That's a great recommendation, Stuart.
Woo! That's what I
Little
told TJ
Italian eatery.
about halfway through the first. I was like, I'm just now getting to where I could talk. I'm so full.
2nd and 15 for Idabel. And another procedure penalty.
Yeah, Pete's Place. Guys, what you expected?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
good.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Good little. I like the family style serving. Big old plate of spaghetti you can pass around. Salad, bread, everything.
If you're watching your carbs, that's definitely
Oh,
the
no
place to
kidding.
go.
I tried to stay away from those because I didn't want to fall asleep during the game. And so.
Kyle, you're sitting in the front seat. You got to keep him away.
2nd down and 20.
He's only driven like 12,000 miles in the last week.
Handoff goes up the middle. And he is met again. It just seems like all the Warrior defenders are there.
We're using another timeout, gentlemen.
Yeah, I also want to give a shout out to Jesse Carey, our camera guy. He's been putting miles on his vehicle too, and coming to all the games and filming for us and filming in the cold.
Yeah,
doing a great job for us.
He appreciates this weather about as much as I do.
I know.
Tonight.
Like 2 weeks ago at Reed Field, where it's a little icy on the top of the press box, and
got some score updates if you'd like them.
Yeah.
We've got Victory Christian 28, Chandler 7 in the second quarter. Jones barely hanging on to Kiefer 13-12 with 4 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Jones, an opponent we saw at the end of our non-district slate. All they've done is went undefeated after starting 0-3. Arguably the toughest non-district along with us.
APS, one of our sponsors, had one of our customers, Jeremy Bagwell. He's at deer camp.
Oh, nice.
And got the TV out watching the game.
That's what Rayson just texted me too. He sent me a picture of their deer camp. They got a little campfire going and had the TV set up. Said deer camp football. I'm getting a little better.
Warriors showing pressure. They back out of it. Handoff goes to Dixon. Yeah, nice hold there, but was able to pick up. Get back to the original line of scrimmage.
We'll use our last one.
Washington calls another timeout. That's what's awesome about being able to stream these games. You got people not able to make this trip to McAlester. I got a buddy, used to be an assistant coach of mine, Jalen Burnett, watching from Saudi Arabia. So
he wins.
Yeah, like, I think it's.
What did you say? What time it was?
Probably like 4 a.m. there or something. He said he might just get up and,
Well, Well, guys, we have a great crowd here tonight.
Yeah, they travel well, too.
Warriors always.
I mean, it's from end zone to end zone.
Yeah.
Warrior fans, of course, I'm sure Pete's place appreciated that as well because there was Warrior fans lined in at every one of those little booths.
Yeah, everybody out there though, don't forget, everybody watching at home that our sponsors are a big part of why we get to do this. So we definitely want to give thanks to all the sponsors, and anybody else wants to join the team.
We're paying now, guys.
Yeah,
we're paying to stream. Anybody's got some extra cash laying around.
It's been $300 a week right now since playoffs started. So,
yeah, tell them we will take a check.
Pratt back to punt. And mishits this one a little bit. Does take a Idabel bounce as there is a penalty on the play. Let's see if we can get what that might be in the area of potential holding as you see Warrior defenders on their back.
Holding or roughing the kicker, one of the two.
We didn't touch the kicker.
So add on another 10 from.
I think it's on Idabel.
Yeah.
Nope. Yeah, it's holding on them.
Yeah, I think Milner was laying on his back wondering if they were ever going to call anything.
Yeah, I think. Nope. Let's see what we're going to do.
Can you add it to the punt?
Nope.
No, Warriors have a minute and 19 seconds left. He struck very quickly.
It hasn't taken us a minute and 19 the last couple of drives.
What could you do if you'd accepted that?
No, they moved it up 10 yards from this spot.
Well, they did. Yeah, that's probably the best one. He let them kick it again, and something bad might happen.
Yeah.
We do rough the kicker then.
Yeah, I mean, that re-kicking to a lesser team's never hurt anybody, right, Bob Stoops? All right, as Warriors take over at the 31. 79-yard touchdown pass in the previous possession. Cantrell looking to add to that on this screen. Basket batted down, and good job by Cantrell to. It looked like he was trying to catch it, but knock it down. Yeah, just knock it down and move to see another day as the defensive end able to swat Cantrell. Second down and 10. Morris had a lot of room to run there, too, if Cantrell was able to get it out to him. Take the handoff, looking over the middle to Nate Roberts, and he drops that pass. In coverage was number 84, Val Golston. All 5'7", 125 pounds, trying to guard Nate Roberts.
Yeah, it looked like that ball was catchable, too. Maybe thrown just a smidge behind him. Not sure. We're not going to show that on replay, but
catchable ball.
Definitely a catchable ball,
especially for Nate Roberts, who's got a lot of college eyes looking at him. Be third down and 10 now for Washington. Minute 10 left in the half. We got a delay of game as Cantrell was not able to get that play in.
Yeah,
kind of getting a little sloppy here at the end of this half.
They're lost their focus just a tiny bit.
Yeah.
We still have another half of football, guys.
Yeah. That's true.
I'm sure Coach Beller will remind them of that at halftime.
Yeah. I mean, look at that Vian game where we jump out on them like a similar story, and then kids didn't quit for Vian as Cantrell is going to take the design quarterback run. He's got a lot of room to go. Cuts it back to the right side. There's a penalty, and Cantrell finishes off the run to about the 42-yard line. There's a penalty about the 44, it looks like.
Yeah, they're going to have a hold right there in the middle of the field. Penalty.
That came from the back judge. He launched that thing.
Shot themselves in the foot on this drive.
You know, last week, guys, we talked about how bad the officiating was. We only had one penalty called against us.
Right. Personal foul. They call like a crack block there. Not sure what's two fists together and
that's a line
crackback.
Yeah,
Crackback.
side block. Back to 3rd down and 12 now. Able to get 3 yards on that play. Let's see if the Warriors can get this first down. Cantrell trying to get them to jump off sides. 15 seconds left on the play clock. Cantrell looks left, throws left. This time Cage Morris catches it at the 35, spins off the tackler, and is going to be close to the first down.
Great second effort right there. Had a guy about 6 yards short of the down marker there, the sticks, to try to bring him down. Was able to break free, make a second effort.
Go for it here, right?
Right on it.
4th down and 1, less than a yard. Warriors are going to go for it. High snap. Luckily, he was able to get caught by Cantrell, and Cole Scott gives them a first down. Warriors going to have to start going fast as they are out of timeouts. 30 seconds left in the half. $25 seconds. They run the reverse. Going to run a reverse pass, and Singletary's being held. And then Cade Norman just gets tackled in the backfield. I do not know. We talked about this on the way down here. As you look at the bottom of the screen here, Mason Singletary tries to get off this block. And he just tried to sell that play a little too much, and the Warriors are just going to go into halftime leading 34-0. Watching Warrior football on WashingtonWarriors.tv.
Oklahoma Career Tech's been serving up skills to doers just like you for over 100 years.
But this ain't your great Grammys and Pop Tech school.
Oklahoma's favorite place to learn new skills keeps learning new tricks. Everyone knows the best way to learn is to do it yourself.
Sir, you okay?
Because you shouldn't have to wait to do what you love. Whatever you choose to do you. Oklahoma Career Tech.
Air Product Supply would like to wish Jackson Hendricks and the Washington Warriors the best of luck this football season. Air Product Supply is your local Client Master and Lux Air distributor, supplying quality HVAC equipment and parts to Oklahoma and Texas. Give us a call at 405-288-0233 and we will get you in contact with a local, licensed, and trusted contractor near you. This is Tyler Beller, the voice of Air Product Supply, signing off. Go Warriors!
Construction is a proud Warrior partner. They are the leading directional drilling contractor with major operational hubs all over Oklahoma and in Texas. Their involvement in and support of our community goes far beyond utility construction. They're also a good neighbor and friend. When experience and safety count, your best source for directional drilling is B&H Construction. Go Warriors!
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
Hey Warrior fans, this is Brian Arthur. My wife Jennifer and I are proud sponsors of the Washington Warriors and would like to wish all the Warriors and their coaches the best of luck this season. When you need a locally owned company that you can trust, look no further. For over 20 years, we have offered all of our customers the best products and services in the industry. Whether it's residential or commercial, we got you covered. Give us a call or visit our website.
Entertain your children and grandchildren with videos that teach character and good values like obedience, kindness, gratitude, love of country, and self-worth. You know, just plain old common sense. Go to musicmunchkins.com to stream or order DVDs. And you'll be proud to see some of our own younger Washington Warriors in action. That's musicmunchkins.com.
Go Warriors!
Hey Warrior fans, there's a credit union designed for our community by our community members, Growing Oaks Federal Credit Union. We offer a wide array of banking services, a drive-up ATM, and money tools that will move you forward. Come and be a part of our member-owned, not-for-profit financial institution that knows you by name and has your best interest in mind. We're located behind Goldsby Store. We're here for you. Federally insured by NCUA. Go Warriors!
Warrior fans, is your air conditioner making a sound like it's ready to take off? Is your heater not producing enough heat to take the chill out of the air? Then call Airfare Heat and Air. Dwayne Branham, Noah Zamora, owners of Airfare, are proud supporters of the Washington Warriors and are hometown guys with a hometown company that will give you great pricing on Luxair and Climate Master geothermal HVAC systems. Need service on your existing equipment? Call them today at 405-626-1989 to schedule a service visit. That's Airfare Heat and Air.
Welcome back to McAllister Field. I'm Jesse Carey, joined with Dakota Barker. And Dakota, let's recap that first half. Warriors up 34-0, a dominant showing over the Idabel Warriors. Still got a little Warriors going on. Obviously, they took our name, and we just were the better brand in general. But let's talk about the game. What'd you make of it?
Well, the Warriors came out and said we're not having last week again. Cole Scott taking over, man, running for a lot. One of his touchdowns got called back, but doesn't stop him very much.
Yeah, for sure. Our defense showing out as well. Idabel not really able to get the throwing game going, and they have a running back out as well, so the running game isn't as good as it usually is. But, you know, I think the Warriors are just a better team, and this is their year compared to Idabel. You know, maybe not their year.
Yeah, I mean, the Warriors definitely have a little chip on their shoulder after last week. It was not a fun game for anybody.
And, you know, that's bound to happen when you win 10 straight games like that, and it's, you haven't played anybody, you've been blowing people out, and you get into competition that's actually, going to compete with you a little. That's going to happen. There's going to be a bit of a wake-up call. You know, the Warriors, they won that game, and they're going to win today. And, I think they're ready for anybody at this point. And, yeah, that's pretty much the halftime of that game. I mean, there was not really much to talk about. All right,
the Warrior defense showing back up, not allowing any points.
Yeah, for sure. And we'll talk about Bedlam was last week, OU and OSU, a fierce rivalry through the state. And OU won 28-13. And that was a crazy game. OU scored 28 of all their points in the first quarter. Then after that, couldn't really move the ball. And OSU, they had 4 interceptions. I think they should have had 10, Dakota.
Yeah, there's several drop passes and stuff, but the main focus on that game that all of Oklahoma's looking at is where's the team that played in the first quarter for OU, and why has it not been playing all year, and why did it quit playing after the first quarter?
Yeah, for sure. I think OU had 11 punts in the game, but they get the win. They win Bedlam. That's always good. And I think the biggest news out of that necessarily isn't just the fact that you just beat OSU. It's that you secured a bowl game. You will get a bowl game, which I think would have been detrimental to this OU fan base if they didn't get a bowl game.
Yeah. Yeah, they got Texas Tech this week.
6:30 p.m. It's a night game.
In Lubbock.
Yeah, in Lubbock, Texas, and OSU is playing West Virginia. They're 4-7, I want to say, and they're playing at 11, so a bit earlier. And the World Cup was today. Obviously, we're not going to call it football. It's soccer over here. We'll call it soccer. Most people probably didn't watch or care, but I actually thought it was an interesting game. I'm not someone who watches football or soccer often. I thought it was okay. Even the score was 0-0. I was still kind of entertained.
It was definitely entertaining. England came in as the big favorite to win the group, and U.S. has the defense. Their defense is looking like the Washington defense right now, not allowing any points.
Yeah, for sure. We looked especially good coming out the second half. We had time of possession. The second half was crazy for us. We did not allow them to get the ball, and we were keeping it in their end of the field. And, this is a young unit of guys. I think, maybe 2026 will be our year. Maybe not this year. Maybe 2026 we'll have an incredible team. But, yeah, I look forward to watching us play more. We have to play Iran. We have to beat Iran. And, we'll see. Iran's a tough opponent.
It's a must-win game.
It's a must-win game. Iran's a tough opponent. But, hey, I think we can get it done.
That's what's interesting about this is that England clinched today. Well, it might not say it. They clinched today. And then the Iran-USA game determines who goes to play in the round of 16.
Yeah, for sure. And a tie is a win for the USA because we were supposed to beat England. England, this is supposed to be their prime team that they've had in a long time. You have a lot of guys on that team that, they're legends in the game. This was supposed to be their year. They were going to sweep the World Cup, and, hey, I don't see it. I don't see it.
They looked like it going against Iran. That's USA's biggest thing to look at right now is, hey, England beat Iran 6-2, and we stuck with them all game. Didn't let them score.
Yeah, for sure. And we'll bring it back to Oklahoma, not necessarily the USA, but just Oklahoma. The Oklahoma City Thunder playing tonight. I believe it's at Oklahoma. I might be mistaken, but they're up 65-59. Excuse me, with 10 minutes to play in the third quarter. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, maybe a candidate for the MVP right now, averaging 31 a game. He certainly surprised me. He's got 17, 4, and 5 right now. He's having a heck of a game. And I'll say this. I didn't think he could be a 1. I didn't think he could be a top 10, top 15 NBA player. But, Dakota, he is coming out. He's surprised a lot of people, including myself.
Yeah, but what I like about Shai is he's not playing like Westbrook or Harden or LeBron. You don't see him being like, I want to take all the shots, give me all the shots. If you don't agree with me, you're out of here. Like, he's willing to play team ball and not just hero ball. That's what's big for the Thunder.
Yeah, for sure. And I think the Thunder, the one thing they need going forward is defense, defense, defense. Victor Wembanyama, however you say his last name, a lot of people, they want us, go trade up the 10 picks we have in the next 3 years to get him. But then it's like, do we want another defensive liability, for how great he is on offense? That's just the one thing we need to get better is our defense.
And one upside for the Thunder is they do have Chet. While he might be injured right now,
it's tough with him because how good is he going to be able to play on defense? Obviously, he's going to be great on offense. Even if he doesn't come back 100%, he will be able to get boards and he can move the ball around, he can shoot. But I just worry about the Thunder's defense. So moving forward, that's the thing they're going to have to be working on. And Dakota, do you want to read some scores around Oklahoma right now?
We will head around the league and start with the winner of this game, which right now Washington is on top, 34-0. We'll play the winner of number 8 Jones at number 10 Kiefer, which not really at because we're all at neutral sites right now. But Jones is ahead 13-12 at the half. And then head over to the other side of the bracket, early day, we have Millwood beating Sequoia Claremore 49-30. And that at most of the game did not look like it was going to be the case. Millwood scored 2 times really late in the game to put that one away. And then Victory Christian at Chandler. Victory Christian's running the table 28-7.
So if it ended right now, who would Washington be playing? If it ended
Jones.
Right now, Jones?
They'd be playing Jones.
We'll have to see if Jones can keep their lead and come through. This has been Jesse Carey and Dakota Barker. This has been your halftime show.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Hi, I'm Jake Coles, number 28 for the Washington Warriors. My mom, Sonia, with the Santa Fe Agency, is a graduate of Washington High School and a longtime Washington Warriors and Lady Warriors supporter. As an independent agency, Santa Fe has the ability to write policies with a variety of insurance companies, so finding the right fit for you, the customer, is easier. Please reach out to Sonia for your next insurance quote, whether it be on your house, auto, boat, RV, or commercial needs.
Oklahoma Career Tech's been serving up skills to doers just like you for over 100 years.
But this ain't your great Grammys and Pop Tech school.
Oklahoma's favorite place to learn new skills. keeps learning new tricks. Everyone knows the best way to learn is to do it yourself. Sir, you okay? Because you shouldn't have to wait to do what you love. Whatever you choose to do you. Oklahoma Career Tech.
Air Product Supply would like to wish Jackson Hendricks and the Washington Warriors the best of luck this football season. Air Product Supply is your local Client Master and Lux Air distributor, supplying quality HVAC equipment and parts to Oklahoma and Texas. Give us a call at 405-288-0233 and we will get you in contact with a local, licensed, and trusted contractor near you. This is Tyler Beller, the voice of Air Product Supply, signing off. Go Warriors!
Welcome back to First National Field. TJ Scholes, Kyle Harrison, Stuart McPherson. Kyle, how about Jesse and Dakota? That's a pretty entertaining halftime show. We're sitting back here listening to it.
Halftime show, little World Cup.
Yeah, they got it.
Update action.
They hit about a couple continents and parts of the United States, and talked about Canada a little bit with Shea Gildress. They're internationally known now, but you gotta like they're in playoff form. They're in championship form. They're ready.
Guys, I had to do a double take because I heard them say that 26 was going to be our year, and I thought, wait a minute, what, guys? We're going to the state tournament, the state championship this year.
Yeah.
And then wait a minute, they're talking about World Cup. Yeah.
Yeah, but they've gotten better as the year has gone on. They're wanting to get to UCO too and do a halftime show as well. And Kyle, Warriors up 34-0. Pretty dominant first half performance on both sides of the ball by Washington.
Yeah, most expected out of the defense, man. Defense played a stellar game last week, and pitching a shutout here in the first half of this football game. But man, offense kind of finding their stride, getting settled in with the run game. Had Cole Scott 3 rushing touchdowns. Howard had 1. Then you had the 79-yard TD reception from Nate Roberts. So, and getting dialed in, we talked about coming out and establishing the run game, and I figured like they did that early, and you've seen later on in the game, it kind of opened up a little bit more of a passing opportunity for this Warrior offense.
Right, and you got to think that's going to be the plan going forward, right, Stuart?
Yeah, we got to make sure we keep our focus, guys. We sure don't need to do anything where we let down and let them try to sneak back into a ball game. You mentioned the buy-in game earlier. We sure don't need to have another buy-in game tonight. We've got them down. We've got our foot on their throat. We need to go ahead and finish this ball game and be prepared for either Jones or Kiefer next week.
Well, when you look at this line, they've had over 130, nearly 130 starts together. And you can throw in Easton Berglund as well in that mix, but they rushed for 314 yards last week. The Warrior running backs did, and a lot of it was these holes that the Warrior offensive line has been able to create, and Cole Scott's being a beneficiary of it tonight with the amount of yards he's been able to rack up. What was the last number we had on that? 180 yards tonight?
Yeah, that's what
on 11
we'll get our
carries.
stats here a little bit from Bob, but yeah, he had, I think, over 180 pretty early in the ball game.
Right.
But like you said, man, look up at the screen. It's paid by these guys up front, and we always talk about guys that do all the work and don't get any credit.
Right.
It starts with them and guys. Man, I don't know. I know you guys have been watching this game too, but some of these holes tonight, you could have drove a semi through.
Yeah,
It's impressive.
Yeah. Well, we'll take a short break. Hopefully we'll have some stats from Bob Harris. You've been watching Warrior football on WashingtonWarriors.tv.
B&H Construction is a proud Warrior partner. They are the leading directional drilling contractor with major operational hubs all over Oklahoma and in Texas. Their involvement in and support of our community goes far beyond utility construction. They're also a good neighbor and friend. When experience and safety count, your best source for directional drilling is B&H Construction. Go Warriors!
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
Hey, Warrior fans, this is Brian Arthur. My wife Jennifer and I are proud sponsors of the Washington Warriors and would like to wish all the Warriors and their coaches the best of luck this season. When you need a locally owned company that you can trust, look no further. For over 20 years, we have offered all of our customers the best products and services in the industry. Whether it's residential or commercial, we got you covered. Give us a call or visit our website.
Welcome back to First National Field here at McAlester, Oklahoma. Warriors walking out on the field. They got about 3 minutes left to warm up. They might add another 2 minutes as Stuart McPherson has Coach Brad Beller there on the side.
Nope, he stopped.
Okay.
Yes, I got Brad Beller here with me. Brad, great first half. You know, offense clicking. Defense, we talk about them every week. These guys they're laying their ears back tonight, and they're bringing the hammer, aren't they?
They are, and we knew that on film their trademark was to be physical, to come out and try to hit you and make you submit, and I felt like we came out with a focus that we haven't seen probably since the first half of IN, and on both sides of the ball, and that is a great feeling being in the quarterfinals and seeing that. The one thing we did tell them at halftime, we went in, made some adjustments to some of their jet motion and told them, guys, we got to learn from the past. And what we didn't do in the second half of IM was just put them away. And we've got to put them away early in the second half and go and finish this thing off.
Yeah, and you get to football when we come out.
We do. That's even better. And I told our coaches we want throttle down, try to go down, score, and take it back to them, and then we'll play it from there.
All right, Brad, best of luck.
Thank you.
Yeah. Let's go get it. Don't slow up here.
Yeah, the run game, I mean, we talked about that often and just a little bit ago, but what kind of stats is that did Bob have for us there on that rushing attack?
Well, starting out with Washington, we had 300 total yards of offense, had 19 rushing attempts for 210, and then Scott, 12 carries for 183 of the 210 there in the first half. Major, 2 for 6 passing for 90 yards. Don't forget, 70, yeah. I don't know if my math's right, but about 75 yards of that was the Nate Roberts TD reception. Right. 11 first downs, penalties, 5 for 46. Probably looked to clean that up a little bit here in the second half, and 0 turnovers.
And 2 of those penalties were those, some holding on big touchdown runs.
Yeah. So we'll flip it over to Idabel. 77 total yards of offense there in the first half. 24 rushing attempts for 66. Man, that's quite a bit of rushing attempts for a little amount of yards. And 2 for 9 passing for 11 yards, 5 first downs, and talking about penalties here for Idabel, 9 penalties for 80 yards and 1 turnover. So that kind of hurt them there in the first half. They had a lot of times where they were, second or third down and was constantly playing behind the sticks. So let's clean that up a little bit. But man, 300 yards total offense and Cole Scott, 183 yards in the first half.
Guys, it was good
game right there.
It was good to hear him mention the buy-in game as well because, we've all talked about that, and that's on their mind as well.
Yeah, and 19 carries for 210. You're looking at over 10 yards a carry on that. I mean, so if it's not broke, don't fix it, right, boys? Just keep handing the ball off and let your offensive line do its thing. Let your running backs continue to work. As we're getting closer to the second half kickoff, we'll take one more break, and then when we come back, the Warriors will receive the second half kick.
Entertain your children and grandchildren with videos that teach character and good values like obedience, kindness, gratitude, love of country, and self-worth. Just plain old common sense. Go to musicmunchkins.com to stream or order DVDs. And you'll be proud to see some of our own younger Washington Warriors in action. That's musicmunchkins.com.
Go Warriors!
Hey Warrior fans, there's a credit union designed for our community by our community members, Growing Oaks Federal Credit Union. We offer a wide array of banking services, a drive-up ATM, and money tools that will move you forward. Come and be a part of our member-owned, not-for-profit financial institution that knows you by name and has your best interest in mind. We're located behind Goldsby Store. We're here for you. Federally insured by NCUA. Go Warriors!
Warrior fans, is your air conditioner making a sound like it's ready to take off? Is your heater not producing enough heat to take the chill out of the air? Then call Airfare Heat and Air. Dwayne Branham, Noah Zamora, owners of Airfare, are proud supporters of the Washington Warriors and are hometown guys with a hometown company that will give you great pricing on Luxair and Climate Master geothermal HVAC systems. Need service on your existing equipment? Call them today at 405-626-1989 to schedule a service visit. That's Airfare Heat and Air.
Welcome, Warrior fans, back to First National Field here at Hook Eels Stadium, McAlester, Oklahoma. TJ Scholes here with Kyle Harris and Stuart McPherson. Warriors are going to receive this second half kickoff up 34-0. And look to add to that lead here early at the beginning of this second half. Warrior offense very explosive in the first half. Huge holes to run through, and the score honestly could be a lot worse. We had a couple opportunities on some pass plays that didn't connect. And they kind of sputtered at the end of that second half, end of the second quarter.
We had the one touchdown that was called back, and then Cage Morris over the middle of the field dropped the one, and then could have potentially had the other one in the end zone that he fell to his back. Kind of a little bit tougher play to catch, but
looks like Jake Coles calls for fair catch on the pooch kick by Case Pratt. And they'll start the second half at the 33-yard line of Washington. Heard Coach Beller at halftime talk about throttling down here, going downhill and trying to get down and score quickly on this first possession. Let's see what kind of plays the coaches have drawn up for them. Little pitch out to Cole Scott, and he gets pushed out of bounds by number 84, Val Galston.
Pretty good pick up there on first down. Little, like you said, a little pitch out to Cole Scott, get him out on the edge, and picked up about 8 yards right there.
Yeah, 7 yards a carry. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Let's just do that all.
Take that all drive. Half, but stay in bounds.
Yes. A long drive home. Norman on the jet sweep as they hand it off to Cole Scott up the middle. It's a fun little matchup there with number 77.
Yeah, he's a big old boy.
And number 55. Tanner Winlock, arguably the best offensive lineman the Warriors have. Him and number 77 getting after it, Mr. Sammy Lopez. Gains good for a Warrior first down. As they bring 3 receivers to the right. And the handoff goes to Cole Scott, and he is met by number 41, Joseph Gibson. And
lost about one. They gave him a pretty good spot there. He was hit about 2 or 3 yards in the backfield.
Yeah, and the Idabel apparently did not hear the whistles as they continue to drive him back 10 more yards without letting up. Second down and 11.
Been watching Singletary. Got Singletary down here at the bottom of the screen.
Jammed, trying to like 33. Jalen Wright in coverage on Singletary. All Singletary has to do is get off that, and he's got a touchdown. Low snap taken by Cantrell, and he fakes the handoff. Yeah, Stuart, you mentioned it earlier during the timeout. Warriors going to have to Washington's going to have to make sure they keep their heads, because you can see a little bit of unnecessary stuff going on.
Right, you got a team that's going to play their last game, and you get somebody that's fixing to go play in the semifinal and get them to swing, and then you're set in 2 weeks. You miss the semifinals and the finals.
Alexander goes in motion. Cantrell rolls to the left, throwing left, and Cage Morris.
They're going to give
what
him
a catch! He makes the hard catch.
Yeah, threw that ball. Ball was really out of bounds. Cage did a good job of staying inbounds. We'll watch this on the Purcell Vision Source replay, but just stays inbound and brings it in. Could have went either way, but we'll take it.
Cole Scott gets the handoff, and he's able to take Macklin Dixon for a ride near the first down marker. And good job by Cole Scott to physically run over that young man. And now he got a run to the left side.
Ooh.
Unable to get to the edge.
Yeah, he had it.
Coach's son is able to tackle Cole Scott right near the first down marker. They're going to give him the first down, so Warriors will have a new fresh set of downs as Hudson Howard comes in to give Cole Scott a rest.
I might go back to that same play right here with Howard off the edge. See what you come up with.
They send Cage Morris on the jet sweep. He's got lots of blockers. Caleb Bruce looking for someone to block, and Cage Morris.
We have a hold here. Not sure. Maybe on Cade Norman. Let's review that and see if we can see where that flag came in at.
They had all kinds of blockers to go. He just outran his blocking. Not sure about that one. Might have got Singletary on that block. Singletary blocking downfield, trying to help his teammate gain more yards on that play. There's a holding penalty on Washington. Ball will be spotted at the 25-yard line, so Warriors will still have enough for a first down. .8:47 to go in the third quarter. Warriors marching down the field on this opening drive of the second half. A high snap, and Cantrell just has to fall on it.
Yeah, over his head. Tried to pick it up on that second bounce. Couldn't get it, and did a good job just falling on that. Really the first snap over the head we've seen tonight.
That was an issue last week. The Warriors had 5 turnovers, and 4 of them were fumbles. That'll be second down and 21. This might be that lack of that focus that Coach Baylor was mentioning at halftime.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get dialed in here, playing behind the sticks. Second 21. Try to pick up half of this right here.
Cole Scott.
Cole Scott on carry. Met by number 55.
A couple yards on the play. Good sportsmanship there by 73, Raiden McCullough, helping Wyatt McCauley up.
What do you got
third
here?
And 19.
Third and 19. Obviously, probably 4-down territory here.
They hit Roberts over the middle earlier in the game on a long gain. Had Alexander on the rollout last time.
Idabel's playing off the ball here. Might throw a little short pass out here.
And there it is to Cade Norman. And he picks up about half, like you said. Be about 4th down and 7. So Warriors get 12 of those yards back and make this a little bit more manageable of a 4th down play.
For Roberts or...
Yeah, you think Roberts or Alexander on one of those out routes. Now they're looking over the middle. Cage, now he's got to get receivers come back towards him as he throws it across the field to Alexander. Alexander's going to try to get as much as he can. And no gain on the play, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Warriors able to take a lot of time off on that drive, but unsuccessful in getting any points, mainly because of some penalties. And Idabel will take over at the 22-yard line.
You saw Major pull that right there. Tried to almost look like he saw something on the edge, maybe try to run for it. And Idabel got up there, covered it up.
He had Cage running across the field, and he was trying to get his feet set to throw back across.
Yeah. I think that was the initial read on there, was Cage Morris on a little crossing route. And then Major rolled to the left, and there was no receivers on that side of the field. Phillips lines up in the shotgun position. And he rolls out to the right, looking to throw as he winds up and hits a receiver at the first down marker. Cole Beller there on the tackle.
Idabel's done a good job tonight. Didn't really have a whole lot of yards of offense, but the pass plays they did convert. They were Washington was playing off the ball, getting to the sticks, just sitting down, and right there they found just that slight little hole there in the defense and threaded the needle.
First down at the 34-yard line. They have three receivers to the left. Phillips fakes the handoff. They're running a little screen to the right side of the field. And again, more speed shown there. That time looked like number 4, Martrell Lopez. Check that, 41, Joseph Gibson on the screenplay. And Idabel back-to-back first downs.
2 plays, 2 first downs. Gotta like the momentum they're trying to build upon here. Still no points in the ball game.
Warriors able to get back before getting in the neutral zone. They're bringing pressure from the outside. They're running away from it. They pitch it. The last second, there is nowhere to run. The Warriors look like they had 15 guys on the field. With as many guys swarming to the ball, we'll take a Purcell Vision Source.
Yeah, just
replay.
Trying to get to the edge right here. But you see this Warrior defense, everybody playing their position, staying in their lanes, and just swarming to the football.
Second down and 10 for Idabel with 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. This time the Idabel comes out with 3 receivers to the right side. And they send man in motion looking to throw it. And Nathan Spaulding is coming to chase from his defensive end position.
Changes directions.
We'll take a look at that again. Good tackle there by Tanner Olson and Ben Vaughn, but
look at it. Just has it read all day right here. We need a pointer. We need a pointer here we can draw.
Little Madden.
You need a John Madden. John Madden for Thanksgiving. You got to get that in.
That's right. You got to get the turducken, right? You guys have some turducken. You take the duck and the chicken. You stuff in the turkey, and then, yeah, right? Well, we're doing turkey references, right, Kyle?
That's right.
Third and long for Idabel.
Yeah, lamb fry. You can give Pete's place another drop.
There you go. Yeah. Third and 12 for Idabel. Warriors showing pressure, and here comes Jake Coles trying to get to the quarterback, and he does for a sack on Mr. Phillips. Jake Coles and Hayden Miller.
Blitzing from the edge, just goes to the inside. Scotch free right there. The quarterback does a good job bringing him down in the backfield.
Good pressure there by Miller, too, trying to get through his double team to make Phillips go further away from the line of scrimmage, and Jake Coles pays off on the blitz. It is 4th and 21 now. Let's see what we got here. Looks like the chain gang might have some issues going on.
Getting a head start, going down there, get set up. Still not sure.
Coach Bellard trying to help him out, too?
Yeah, they didn't, when they threw the pass over, they lost their mark.
Oh, okay. keep an eye on Mr. Milner here as he tries to come after this punt. And he keeps it safe. High punt by Pratt. And good job by Cade Norman as he pushes Keller Howard away from that.
Yeah, that ball's about to land on their head.
It nearly hit him, Norman, in the head.
Yeah,
he's pushing everybody else out of the way.
47-yard punt by Case Pratt. And Washington will start at the 20. 3:05 to go in this quarter, fast-moving quarter.
That's what we like. Keep that clock running. Let's see. Trying to establish a little bit of a running game right here. Get back to it. Metro Christian and Lincoln Christian.
Yeah, I just saw a score pop up on little ticker. Metro up by 21 against Lincoln Christian.
Waynoka, it looked like Waynoka run rule.
Mountain View Go. First and 10 for the Warriors of Washington from the 20-yard line. Cantrell keeps the RPO and hits Cooper Alexander for about a 4-yard gain.
What's the actual specific term they call the run rule?
Is it a mercy rule?
45 rule?
Yeah, 45 of them. Yeah, 45 of them. An 8-man football. I heard the announcers in here talk about that Deer Creek Stillwater game. That was supposed to be a preview of the championship. They just ended up on the same side bracket in Stillwater. Woo. Killing Deer Creek right now is Cole Scott. Does a good job finding room to run. Takes the ball past the 30-yard line, gives the Warriors a first down. Nice run there by Mr. Scott. He'll get that first down of the drive. Warriors using a little bit of clock as it ticks under 2 minutes here at First National Field. 3 receivers to the right. They send Norman in motion. They got a penalty. And Cantrell's able to get it to him on the outside, but he is tackled at the 42, it looks like.
I have a hold. Looks like going to be.
They threw it right when the ball was snapped, so it's probably going to be some sort of motion.
Legal motion. Offsides.
And Idabel players are clapping. Not sure what the official is looking for. Or maybe he was holding the spot.
So the right tackle was moving at the snap.
5-yard penalty. First down and 15 now. Now, Kyle, we hadn't heard Mason Singletary's name very much. He had that 67-yard touchdown run last week. See if he's able to get something going here in the second half. Yeah, and he's being played tight in coverage by number 33, Jalen Wright. Cantrell fakes the pitch, now looking to run, and he is tackled. Number 73, Raiden McCullough, and number 9, Quincy Johnson on the tackle.
73, big old boy too.
Yeah. Well, coaches talked about how physical of a team Idabel was, and how their front four, their front sevens looks the part. Cantrell hands it off to Cole Scott. He's got room to run on the right side. Brucey trying to find a blocker. And nice run there.
Right,
he gets near
maybe
the first down marker.
Just maybe half a football short right here.
You can see how the Warriors are able to get to the edge almost at will, it seems like.
Man, give it up. Like we said, give it up to Brucey, man. He pulling blocker right there, got out in front, and led the way right there for Cole Scott.
Guys, we're fixing to beat the end of the quarter.
I'm happy for that. Warriors are going to have to run at least one more play. as the clock ticks under 30 seconds. Scott takes the handoff, stiff arms the guy in the backfield, and then runs over another defender. Hard running there by the...
They got through that first wave there, and he met one of them down linemen, just stiff-armed him. Bounces it out, and good, hard run right there. Good job staying in bounds. Well, it really don't matter. That's the end of the quarter, but great run down right there.
The Warriors do not get any points on the board in that quarter, but it is only their second possession of the second half. And they will run a lot of time off the clock. We'll go into the fourth quarter. Warriors up 34-0.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Hi, I'm Jake Coles, number 28 for the Washington Warriors. My mom, Sonia, with the Santa Fe Agency, is a graduate of Washington High School and a longtime Washington Warriors and Lady Warriors supporter. As an independent agency, Santa Fe has the ability to write policies with a variety of insurance companies, so finding the right fit for you, the customer, is easier. Please reach out to Sonia for your next insurance quote, whether it be on your house, auto, boat, RV, or commercial needs.
Oklahoma Career Tech's been serving upskills to doers just like you for over 100 years.
But this ain't your great Grammys and Pop Tech school.
Oklahoma's favorite place to learn new skills keeps learning new tricks. Everyone knows the best way to learn is to do it yourself. Sir, you okay? Because you shouldn't have to wait to do what you love.
Welcome back to First National Fields here at McAllister, Oklahoma. I want to give a shout out to number 9 there, Quincy Johnson for Idabel. He came in started this fourth quarter and shook every one of the hands of the offensive linemen as Cantrell's looking for Cage Morris. Cage Morris gets it in stride, touchdown, Warriors! 44-yard touchdown pass to Cage Morris.
Coaches, see some of that deep ball. Morris had 2 chances tonight, but comes up with the big one.
And I missed that instant replay, but gotta like that the coaches trust in him after missing a couple opportunities earlier, and he gets his touchdown on the night. And they get 40-0. Mason Thomas on for the...
Ron Ladley got a perfect shot of that.
All right. Kick is up, and it is good. 11:52 to go in the fourth quarter. Warriors up 41-0.
Whatever you choose to do, do you. Oklahoma Career Tech.
Air Product Supply would like to wish Jackson Hendricks and the Washington Warriors the best of luck this football season. Air Product Supply is your local Client Master and Lux Air distributor, supplying quality HVAC equipment and parts to Oklahoma and Texas. Give us a call at 405-288-0233 and we will get you in contact with a local, licensed, and trusted contractor near you. This is Tyler Beller, the voice of Air Product Supply, signing off. Go Warriors!
Construction is a proud Warrior partner. They are the leading directional drilling contractor with major operational hubs all over Oklahoma and
Warriors up 41-0. Strike quickly to start the fourth quarter. A 44-yard touchdown pass to Cage Morris from Major Cantrell. Tanner Olson puts it through the 9-hole as Jefferson takes it to the 30-yard line. And there's a penalty now.
I hope that guy is not your starting shortstop on your baseball team.
Oh, yeah, look at that late hit. Take another look at that. As you can see towards the middle of the screen, someone just comes out of nowhere and blindside hits. Looks like Jake Coles. Check that one more time. Jake Coles gets close to the play and he gets smoked. And that is number. Yeah, coaches didn't see it, I guess, because they did not talk to them at all.
Waved
Number
off.
14, Gerard. Oh, my goodness. Well, they don't have the Purcell Vision Source instant replay. That kid just, I mean, even he hit him in the back, so it's even if say it's, the play was over, still going on, it's a block in the back. At least is you can see some new Warrior defenders, Hutchinson and Lampkin in on the defensive line as Phillips trying to throw it deep. Pass was intended for Joseph Gibson, and coverage was Tanner Olson. Second down and 10.
Done a good job of just pushing receivers to the edge and keeping them covered up tonight. They haven't seen a whole lot of balls that were thrown that were really catchable, other than, you know, kind of the ones where they've been right sitting down at the sticks. But every ball that has been defendable towards the edge has been covered up tonight by Washington.
Phillips rolls to the left, being chased by Milner, and he just misses him. Throws it downfield and over the outstretched arms of Macklin Dixon in coverage.
Milner trying to get him on, and got back there and took a dive at him. Bring up 3rd and 10 here for the Idabel Warriors.
Coverage there by, looks like Braden Arthur might have been in there, or he just now got in. Lampkin and Milner switch sides. They run Dixon in motion. And there's another pass breakup by Milner, who still looking for that interception. That nearly hits him right in the face. It's his 7th breakup of the season.
Milner and Hutch tandem in the backfield, hurrying that pass, and just knocks it down. Looks like Idabel will punt, 4th and 10.
6'5" of Hayden Milner. Hard to get past over those long arms.
Washington does not have anybody back to return this one.
Playing it safe as Pratt puts another boot on it and takes another.
Yeah, you're up 41, guys. There's no sense in having somebody trying to return something or even fair catch it and take a chance on the Idabel player just deciding he's going to take somebody out.
Right. 40-yard punt by Pratt. The Warriors will take over at the 31 of Washington. We got some score updates, Stuart?
Yes, we do, guys. Our game's rocking and rolling compared to the rest of them. Victory Christian 34, Chandler 28. That's a minute left in the third. Jones 20, Kiefer 12. That one has reached the 4th quarter as well.
I think both those games are being streamed. I have to pull one of those up, as looks like a new quarterback is in. That's Mr. Brakefield. Number 16 for the Warriors. Hands it off to Braden Arthur. Gets a couple yards on the play. He's second down about 7. Jordan Kilmer and looks like Mason Thomas is getting some run at the slot receiver position. Tatum Wilk on the other. Tatum Wilk and Dawson Thomas in the other spot. You got the Thomas brothers in the slot. They send Dawson in motion. Handoff goes to Arthur. Breaks the hole. He can get out there. He's got the speed to go, and he gets drugged down by number 14. 14 is the player who got away with the late hit on the special teams play. Slung him down on the turf by the shoulders, and Braden Arthur with a nice run.
Yeah, there's a good example of our depth in the backfield. Braden, he's got a little bit of burst of speed to him too. Was able to get to that edge, and great run right there for him.
.10:29 to go in the 4th quarter. Brakefield sends motion, or Dawson Thomas in motion, the speedy freshman gets to the outside, and again, Goodwin takes the runner for the Warriors out of bounds. You can see edge got set pretty good on the right side, and Dawson Thomas just used his speed.
We're having
down.
some friendly conversations with the Idabel team over here from our sideline. How you doing? How was Thanksgiving? Did you get plenty of turkey?
Mason Thomas in motion now, and they're going to run the option. Brakefield decides to keep it and has nowhere to go. Tackled by number 70, Marquis Townsend. Marquis Townsend.
Keep that clock rolling.
Second down and 10. Warriors up 41-0. Hoping to pitch a shutout here in the quarterfinal action. Thomas takes the handoff on the jet sweep. This is Mason Thomas, and he gets pushed out of bounds, and then somebody's.
Let's replay that one.
And the guys seem to be out of bounds for some reason.
That's way late. I'm over here minding my business on the track and about to get ran over.
I see you in the replay. Your arms are wide open.
Might want to back up another 5. Get on
I'm trying to check scores. I'm trying to check scores and about to get run over.
Yeah, tell Coach Baylor to run to the left side.
Well, our players are still having conversations. They haven't found out what kind of, if they like the turducken or for deer, you know, because they're big hunters.
Was any good?
Tatum Wilk on the jet sweep.
I'm going to get on the backside.
Again, lots of, watch the chippiness. Of course, you got some young players in here now, and they've been wanting to play. We probably was hoping to get some action in last week and wasn't able to. And so they got some pent-up aggression, probably from being beat up on scout team players. Trying to take it out on Idabel. And this is second down and 10. And there's nowhere to run there. He gets power drove, and that's not good for the young man, Braden Arthur, who's battled concussion injuries over the last couple of years. That's number 73, Raiden McCullough.
Give him credit, though. That's one of them. You could have gotten involved after the play, too, after a little throwdown like that.
Yeah, they might need to take, good job by Coach Baylor getting Braden off the field. And hopefully it's not an issue with his head.
They pulled 73 out of the ball game, too. He came, took a set on the old park bench over here.
That's probably a good job by the Idabel coaching staff to maybe diffuse any situation that could occur on the following play.
Yeah, Coach Baylor and Leslie are over having conversations with Braden right now.
Yeah. In for Braden Arthur is number 30, Blake Heiliger, freshman. Handoff. No, it's fake handoff to Heiliger as Brakefield's unable to get the pitch out to Thomas as the pressure from the defensive end blew that play up.
Got to keep the clock moving.
Second down and 10. 8:37 to go. Clock is stopped after that incompletion. Brakefield takes the snap and hands it off. Looks like Wilk tries to get to the outside.
Sure, maybe Baylor Haynes down here on the bottom. I'm not sure.
Not Baylor. Baylor's probably out. Might be
51.
51 would be.
That's not Baylor.
No, Baylor's 61.
Garrett Riley.
Garrett Riley got busted on some holding.
Wind's picking up a little bit, starting to cool off
Just slightly.
We had to turn the AC on up here in the press
I'm
box.
sure.
We're feeling pretty good right now.
After the pasta high you guys have been on.
After the penalty, make it 2nd down and 20. Warriors will play the Jones-Kiefer winner.
Got a score update, Stewart, on that one?
After the play.
Heiliger takes the snap, and he runs up the middle.
Good hard run.
27-12 Jones with 9 minutes to go in the fourth.
So might be Jones.
Potential rematch of Week 3, where the
Stewart.
Warriors won.
Talk about some possible locations for that, Stewart.
I think, Jones is close to Edmond. I don't think we'll see that game in Edmond. Edmond, UCO is going to host the state finals next week in a bunch of classes. I think we'll either we'll probably go out west side of the city, to, Mustang, Putnam City, Yukon, somewhere out there.
Heiliger takes
We'll know tomorrow, probably.
Pushes it down inside the 15-yard line to about the 13. Our next broadcast will actually be inside, Kyle. Warriors heading to Purcell on Tuesday for opening night of basketball season.
B-ball action.
We'll be checking out the
You going to do that game?
Warriors. Yes, sir. Me and Jesse will be on the mic. See how that goes. See if we can get, as long as we can get some internet service.
Do you even know basketball?
I watched a couple Thunder games this weekend to try to get. I'm kind of rusty, I think, so we'll see. Jesse will have to carry me, I think. Brakefield takes the snap, hands it off to Heiliger, and Heiliger unable to pick up the first down. I have to get Dawson Thomas out of the game. Dawson's getting after it with one of those players from Idabel. I'm sure he'll get coached up a little bit. But yeah, Warriors have opened up their basketball season Tuesday in Purcell. Should be a pretty good ball game for Purcell boys.
Purcell's got some players back, don't they?
Yeah, they'll be a top 10, if not top 5 team in 3A. Boys team could potentially be a top 10 team when rankings come out on Monday. And the girls team had some successful scrimmages. Boys are going to go scrimmage at Dale tomorrow against Dale and Claremore Sequoia. So, head coach Smith
tackle right there.
Had Coach Smith on last week, and they've been putting in a lot of work. As you see, looked like Kilmer might have got in there on that tackle.
Yeah, it was Kilmer. I thought that was 44, but it kind of looked like a 1. I said, surely 1 still ain't out there.
Right. Yeah, they got Dale and Claremore Sequoia. Dale, state champion in 2A, and Claremore Sequoia was 1 game from making the state tournament last year with the bunch of sophomores. So that'll be a good test for our Warrior basketball team. As Phillips takes the snap, rolls to the left, looks to throw, throws it deep, and it is almost picked off by Dawson Thomas.
Thomas just about had that one. Did a good job of high pointing that ball, trying to come down and pick it off. Good job in the backfield, not laying a hit on that quarterback.
I thought the same thing, Kyle. I was trying to get a number on who that was, and whatever guy that was, they did might have been 58 for the Warriors. I don't got that guy's number, I guess. 58.
Sam Cantrell.
Sam Cantrell, yeah.
QB's little brother.
Yeah, he looked like there's a 5 on that jersey, and he did a good job. Kane Lincoln tries to get the tip on that screen pass, and Dawson Thomas and Cantrell tackle 41. Joseph Gibson, his clock ticks under 6 minutes. Jeffrey Osborne making an appearance, senior defensive back. Playing safety. Then Dixon in motion. And he picks up about 5 you gotta know that this the defense and as well as the coaching staff want to try to keep that a goose egg on that scoreboard. Right, Kyle?
Yeah, it really should have been one last week, too. So defense played well tonight, TJ. They, one's pitched a shutout, two's about to hold it together here. 4:57 left going, but man, the defense really player of the week last week in my book. We're probably not sitting here if they didn't have the game that they played.
Good coverage there by Will because the ball bounces off of Joseph Gibson's face mask.
But a lot of good players here on this second, third string, defense, and like you said, these guys take a shot at the ones every week. Probably get the beat down from the ones, and always looking to get out here and get that chance at their shot in the ball game.
What better way to get? What other way to get better as a group, and then going against the number one team in the state every day of the week? As Phillips fakes the handoff on the jet sweep, throws it deep over the middle, and it is knocked away by Dawson Thomas. Great play there by the freshman corner as he's able to.
Guys, we're going to have, I'm not sure what happened. I want to see this right here. Refs had a late flag that came out in the backfield. I'm not going to show it, but I'm thinking it's probably going to be on Idabel the way they were looking. Somebody got tangled up with 85. Carson Elliott.
Yeah, they're going to back him up. Good coverage there by Dawson Thomas as he was able to knock the ball away.
That ball, man, step for step with him. Just you don't see a lot of receivers or defenders looking back at the ball, in high school, but did a good job of staying step for step and just kind of high pointed the ball, got up there and tipped it away.
See what the white hat is doing here. Declining it, and so make it fourth down. That must have happened during the play. Wasn't a dead ball penalty, so it'll be fourth down and 5. Let's see what Idabel
give it up. You called it, Stuart. You called it earlier. It might get a little chippy. And
you
give Washington credit, man. They've had a couple personal fouls that really let go.
Well, and again, we're here with our seconds. You still don't want anybody not to get the opportunity to suit up the next 2 weeks.
Pressure being brought by the Warriors as Caden Hutchinson nearly gets to the quarterback, and now he's running loose and trying to get the first down, but he is tackled by number 51 for the Warriors. Garrett Riley
again.
Defensive end position, able to
chasing him down.
Keep Phillips from getting the first down, and then it'll be a turnover of downs with 4:25 to go in the ball game.
Riley kind of had a shot in the backfield and just kept his pursuit, man.
He fits that mold of the defensive ends that the coaches like, where he's kind of long and rangy, and as he gets older and gets more in the, as he continues to grow in the weight room, it won't be long, and he's not going to look exactly like Hayden Milner. That's going to be tough. Him and Spalding are tough to look like, but he's got that frame that you can put some meat on. And
a little bit of Irish in him.
Yeah. The Warriors will have the ball at the 32-yard line of Idabel. Brakefield hands it off to Holliger, and he breaks a couple arm tackles. He's at the 20, stiff arms another guy down, and is finally brought down by Goodwin. Hard running there.
Solid run, man.
By the freshman tailback.
We've seen some life out of him the last couple games, man, coming in, and some good, hard, powerful runs. This man's got a great rendition of Jack Harlow. They played several times tonight.
First and 10 from the 16-yard line as the clock ticks under 4 minutes. Oh, fumble out. Brakefield at the mesh point, fumbles it and
runs out of bounds.
Coaches have to coach him up on that. Just fall in bounds, let the clock run. No gain on the play. Second down.
You gotta You got to stay in bounds right there. Just follow that ball. A 2-hour drive home.
Second and 10. Looks like Wyatt Wilk is next to Cale Brakefield now. Mason Thomas goes in motion. They hand to him on a jet sweep. He's looking for the end zone. He's got the goal line, and he's in. Touchdown, Warriors. 17-yard touchdown run on the jet sweep by Mason Thomas. Put 6 more points on the board for the Warriors.
Yeah, just seen it time and time again tonight, that jet sweep. And Mason just gets to the edge, brings it in for another Warrior score.
Warriors are going to go for a 2-point attempt. Probably smart, since Mason Thomas, we've seen earlier this year where he's ran touchdowns in, and then he goes and tries to kick an extra point. He's gassed. So they're going with a 2-point conversion attempt. They send Dawson Thomas in motion. Hand it up over the middle, and Wilk unable to make the 2-point conversion attempt. And the Warriors will lead 47-0 with 3:34 to go in the ballgame.
Texas. Their involvement in and support of our community goes far beyond utility construction. They're also a good neighbor and friend. When experience and safety count, your best source for directional drilling is B&H Construction. Go Warriors!
Oklahoma's #1 high school.
Welcome back to First National Field here at Hook Eagles Stadium. Warriors up 47-0 after that Mason Thomas run. Looking to play a Jones team, if the scores hold up, that they went to earlier in the season on September 9th and won 33-14.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier, when we left that ball game. So it's a pretty good possibility we may see Jones again in the playoffs. I didn't think we'd see him 4th round, but we will match up with them again is what it's looking like.
In the semifinals. Is that 3 years in a row now we played Jones in the playoffs?
Yes.
And so
usually it's 2nd round.
Yeah.
It's usually a little bit earlier. I think we've had them at home twice, hadn't we, Stuart?
Yep.
Exactly. Now it's going to be 2 times at their place in 1 year.
Jefferson takes the kick at the 25. And good return to about the 43 at 18-yard gain on the kickoff return.
Last possession, trying to pitch a shutout here. You would think.
Yeah.
They'll probably think this is Idabel's last shot to put some points on the board.
Yeah.
Let's hope.
Let's hope.
Let's hope this is the last one.
Warriors bringing even more kids in as number 20. Looks like a new quarterback for Idabel. Oh, excuse me, that's not the quarterback.
Nope, he's still there,
Yeah,
12.
Yeah, 12. Handoff goes up the middle. And 5-yard gain. Braden Hudson in on the tackle there, as well as Blake Heiliger. Got some of the threes mixed in now for Washington. And 2nd down and 5 for Idabel.
A lot of the 2s and 3s got to go both ways. You got the ones for Washington, they really only play one way, but these younger guys, they get a chance to go both ways.
Handoff again up the middle. Heiliger makes the tackle. Then helps the young man up. Take another look at that with the Brazil Vision Source instant replay. Able to make a guy miss near about a couple yards short of the first down. Heiliger tackles him, but Idabel does get a first down at the 46-yard line of Washington. 2:28 to go in the ball game. Dixon takes the jet sweep, and he is brought down. It's like number 16, Cale Brakefield, on the tackle. 1 yard gain. Makes it 2nd and 9.
58, Sam Cantrell's back out along with 51, Garrett Riley.
Garrett Riley made a big stop on the last 4th down attempt. This time, jet sweep goes to the left. And there's Garrett Riley we talked about. He makes the tackle.
Y'all are doing a great job of trying to keep up with everybody.
Now they're mixing in guys every single play. Minute and a half now. Ball on the left hash, 3rd down and 7.
Chandler's come back. It's 40-35 now.
Oh, wow. Phillips looking to pass. Pressure being brought by Heiliger. Throws over the middle. And he is open for the touchdown. That is number 20.
Matthew Nenez.
Matthew Nenez with the score that puts the 0 off the board. As he's able to get behind the Washington defense and give the Idabel Warriors their first score of the evening. Having trouble marking the ball, it looks like. He wants it on the right hash for the 2-point conversion attempt. Matthew Nenez, a 5'7" senior.
Didn't know you got an option for that. I thought it was right in the middle.
I think on 2-point conversion, yeah, you can. Maybe even on the extra point attempt, you can put it on whatever hash you want. Dixon goes in motion. Phillips throws it, and it is incomplete. And the 2-point conversion is no good.
I think we got hands on that one.
Yeah. We'll take a short break. You're watching Warrior football on WashingtonWarriors.tv.
Streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
Hey, Warrior fans, this is Brian Arthur. My wife Jennifer and I are proud sponsors of the Washington Warriors and would like to wish all the Warriors and their coaches the best of luck this season. When you need a locally owned company that you can trust, look no further. For over 20 years, we have offered all of our customers the best products and services in the industry. Whether it's residential or commercial, we got you covered. Give us a call or visit our website.
Entertain your children and grandchildren with videos that teach character and good values like obedience, kindness, gratitude, love of country, and self-worth. You know, just plain old common sense. Go to musicmunchkins.com to stream or order DVDs. And you'll be proud to see some of our own younger Washington Warriors in action. That's musicmunchkins.com.
Go Warriors!
Welcome back to First National Field here in McAlester, Oklahoma. Warriors up 47-6 with 1 minute left to go in the ball game. Pratt, line drive kick, recovered by Ben Vaughn, and he just takes a knee. And good job there by the Idabel defender. He didn't know if Ben was going to keep going. He could have.
Well, we just got a shot in the ribs, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know who it was, but I'm sitting here talking to Ron, and we're watching it, and it's somebody that was one of our guys that was walking, went to the ground, and the guy punched him in the ribs.
Oh, my goodness. Well, you brag on one of their players, and then see someone else do the opposite. There's number 56, I believe, held up on, or 66, held up on not blowing up Ben Vaughn, as Ben Vaughn went to a knee at the last second. And 53 seconds left in this ball game.
It was Cole. Cole got hit. Cole Beller.
Oh, well. Yeah. He probably did something.
He's got family back there. Might have been a cousin or something.
Warriors will have to snap it one more time, but they're going to be successful in a very impressive performance that I think after last week, maybe some teams around the state thought that that there was some that maybe the number one team in the state wasn't as invincible as they were. But they come out tonight and answered a lot of questions and really just poured it on Idabel, Kyle.
Yeah, you like you said, man, a game last week that we might not have got out of if it wasn't for the good play of our defense, and really fortunate to be here. But offense comes in and puts a 400-plus yard game up on a pretty good team, and real clean game.
Yeah,
really didn't have it.
Yeah, the
turnovers
Warriors for Washington. They not many penalties and hardly, I don't think, any turnovers.
Yeah, and then defense stepping up one more night, almost pretty much pitching the shutout.
Yeah,
got one score there on the second, third string there, and late in the ball game. But defense came in as expected, had a real good night, and after such a bad game last week, you gotta really enjoy what the Warriors put up tonight going into next week in the semis.
Now, Stuart, you got to think that Coach Beller is going to be happy with tonight's performance. Obviously, defense did what it was supposed to do, but the rushing attack that he's been wanting to get going over the last couple weeks really shown tonight.
You bet, guys. And what we talked about all week, the rushing attack opened up some throws for us and had some drops, but you had to really like the way Major threw the ball tonight. Last week, 4 of 11. This week, a whole lot better. And again, without some drops, he has a really good night.
Yeah, a bigger night, yeah.
Yeah, but threw some spot-on balls. And but again, Cole Scott, what do you say about that guy? He had another great night, and that's what you want. Let's get to the let's get here in the end of the playoff run, and that's when you need to be at your very, very best.
Warriors will be in the semifinals again for the third year in a row. We'll find out which opponent they play. It's looking like to be Jones, and hopefully tomorrow we'll find out our destination. Wherever it is, you'll be able to watch it here on WashingtonWarriors.tv. For Kyle Harris and Stuart McPherson, I'm TJ Scholes saying good night and go Warriors.